On the 12th day of Goosebumps, R.L. Stine gave to me 12 awful fake-outs, 11 evil dummies, 10 ghostly children, 9 wolves a howling, 8 crappy siblings, 7 cursed cameras, 6 absent monsters, 5 bumps of goose, 4 howling wolves, 3 scarecrows, 2 monster bloods, and a fake-out that's just a bad dream.
It's Christmas.
Get ready for a surprise.
I hope there's lots of presents under the
It's
tree.
Christmas.
Wake up, everyone.
It's
Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Did I mention that we should get ready for a surprise?
You ready?
Great.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
In
Let's
the
do it.
Christmas spirit.
I'm there.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry
Merry Christmas,
Christmas,
Merry
Jesus,
Christmas.
Hey,
Jesus,
Merry
Jesus,
Christmas,
Jesus,
Bob.
Jesus, Jesus,
Merry
Jesus,
Christmas,
Jesus.
Mario. Merry Christmas, Mary.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, oh,
Ho, ho.
Inverted Santa Claus. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh.
what the hell was that? Was that Tim Allen?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he was Santa. Bob, he was Santa Claus.
That's
I don't know if
true.
you remember that.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
What's that weird sound he makes? No. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's start off the podcast like this with fucking horrible cacophony of fucking
got
Tim
so much-
Allen grunts.
All right.
You got-
Okay. Locking in. Merry Christmas.
We are
Merry
locking
Christmas. You
Hang
old
on a
savings and Merry Christmas, you old Goosebumps podcast.
Merry Christmas, you old Goosebumps podcast. Get the fuck out of my yard.
Every time a bell rings, we have to read a book by R.L. Stine.
No.
Insert sound of bell.
Ding.
Podcast start. That was the opening.
Podcast start.
That was the opening.
Hey, everybody. Happy holidays and welcome to a very special episode of You Can't Scare Me. With me today on the special day, I am joined by, we've got ourselves a Mario.
Hi, it's me. It's Mario, the Yule Ghoul, who's everybody's pal.
Cool. Thank you for that wonderful Christmas gift.
You're so welcome.
We've been doing intros. We've been trying to do intros for like the past 40 minutes, so we're a little crispy. Brandon, how you doing on this wonderful day?
Ho, ho, ho.
No, you
Oh,
can't
no.
be Santa too,
Happy
God damn it.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.
There you go.
There you go.
That works. Hey, everybody. So guess what? We're doing, it seems to be, I wonder if this is a typo, more and more and more tales to give you goosebumps? What is this book, Mario? What is it? What is this fancy schmancy Yuletide book?
Bob, I'm so glad you asked because I imagine me approaching the shelf, okay, the bookshelf as it were, and you see my hand lightly, gingerly touch the book of history, right? And then it slides slightly over to the book of Goosebumps, and I pull it out. And hey, what is Tales to Give You Goosebumps? Well, I guess I'll tell you. It is a series of 6 books, each containing 10 stories that came out, I guess, at some point during the course of Goosebumps' career. Goosebumps' career, R.L. Stine's career. It began in October 94. This book is from 1997. So we have fast forwarded all the way to the end of Tales to Give You Goosebumps for this special, entirely Christmas-themed book of delightful children's horror short stories. Now, it's important to know that according to Scholastics, R.L. Stine's contract for Tales to Give You Goosebumps did not stipulate that Stine had to be the sole author of the series. So I can't tell you if R.L. Stine wrote these stories. I don't know.
I can tell you that one of them was definitively not written by him.
Yes.
As a goose writer, was confirmed to have
a Ghost
written,
of Christmas writers.
Yeah, was confirmed to have at least written, I think, the Jack Frost story.
Oh,
yes.
Damn it. I was going to say we could play a fun game where...
I mean, I already knew that.
Well, for the listener.
Audience didn't. I guess that's true.
But, yeah.
Listeners, forget what you fucking heard.
Yeah.
Don't unremember.
There could be more than one Jack Frost one. You don't know that.
That's true. Yeah.
The listeners don't know.
Which one's the Jack Frost one? Figure out which one has Jack Frost on the title. Hey, everybody. So guess what? This is cool because this is our first book that has a Curly on the cover, a certain
That's true.
skeleton who's a way better mascot, if you ask me, than friggin' Slappy or any of the other Goosebumps. Like,
man,
I'd love to see him.
It's shameful that it's taken us this long to get to Curly. I guess it's good to know that at least as these books were concerned, there's a Curly on every cover. I guess that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's good that he was doing something, even if it was being relegated to Tales to Give You Goosebumps, a thing I've never heard anyone talk about.
Yeah,
But they should.
They should.
I agree.
Honestly,
they should.
This wasn't bad, and I think y'all are in for a treat because
A Christmas treat.
there are some stinkers in here, but they're not all stinkers. Like, we've got some good stuff in here.
This is what I'll say is this is like a distillation of Goosebumps to the pure kernel of the idea, right? This is like if you took out all the parts of Goosebumps that suck, you'd have this, you know?
Yeah, it's really nice.
We were talking about it on the Discord, and I think that it's something. Okay, so it's not all R.L. Stein, but
Right.
a lot of these, and I think that Goosebumps works way better in short story form or in flash fiction form.
Yeah.
Because I think that these there's something about them that really kind of pops, like distilling them in this way. It really kind of helps get to the point. That's one of the things that's really rough about the mainline series is that I forgot how much like Goosebumps of the Goosebumps stories are just chock full of filler.
Yeah,
indeed they are.
There's a lot of kids running back and forth. There's a lot of really, really lame like fake outs, and they don't have the time to do that with these stories. And so he just has to write. He just has to write little spooky stories.
Now I also thought an interesting exercise would be if we take another little stroll over on the shelf of books and skip over history again, because I want to stress this book came out at the same month as Werewolf Skin, so I can't tell you about movies or film in this month because that would be a tacit statement that we're never going to read that book, and I won't say that. I will not admit that. So I can't spoil history, but instead we could open the big book of Christmas memories, and this is a participatory history. What are your all's most memorable, or whatever you do remember, Christmas morning gift? Do you have because I know mine. I can remember mine.
Well, what's yours?
The one I remember, and this is I really racked my brain, like, what do I remember getting for Christmas? And like, I remember getting a Nintendo DS for Christmas and Pokemon Pearl, and as well as Ace Attorney 3. I remember getting a GameCube for Christmas. The first video game console I ever got was a Super Nintendo, and that was for Christmas as well, with Super Metroid and Mortal Kombat. But the gift I remember opening, like I remember the morning of sitting under the tree opening a gift, was 1994's Spawn by Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's Spawn Mobile, which is a big drag race car that Spawn could drive around, and it came with a little comic in which Spawn, again, a magical being from hell, used a souped up drag racer to run over a cyborg and blow him up.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know why that moment has been so ingrained into my mind, but I guess it really hit home with me as a child in 1994, and that's Christmas.
Nice. Brandon?
My answer is lame.
There's no lame Christmas present.
It was Super Smash Brothers Melee, which I played until it came out my ears like creamed corn.
That's a good gift.
That's a good
I also
visual.
got that for Christmas. That's true too.
Yeah. For me, it was me and my brother got Game Gears one year.
Nice.
Oh, I remember that.
And I immediately broke mine.
Oh no.
Alas.
Immediately.
Did you like me and like I imagine many children, did you examine your gifts beforehand to determine if they were see if you could guess what they were?
Of course. We are only children.
We couldn't in my household for the most part because my parents would not put the gifts out until Christmas Day.
Same with mine, but we woke up at 2 a.m. and went out and looked.
Oh yeah. Yes, there were some nights where we couldn't sleep. I think there was one night where I came downstairs and it was like there was just a bike. It was just a full bike with like a ribbon on it, and I was like, "Who's that for?"
This became a lot harder when video games became a thing, right? Because like once they were all discs or in boxes, it was impossible to actually gauge what was inside of the you could get as far as, well, this is a video game, and then you could get no further.
But
it's
honestly,
not like your bike with it's like, oh man, look at this awesome ribbon weighed down by this bike.
Yeah, no, at the same time though, for me, I don't know about y'all, getting a gift that was the same like sort of case as a game was like, oh hell yeah. I don't care.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't care what game it is. Like, this is a game, and yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm so stoked for this.
I mean, like, I also remember that one Christmas I did get Majora's Mask, and that was also very dope as hell for me. I was super stoked about that.
Hell yeah. I don't know if y'all are the same, but I don't really... Giving gifts is way more, like, cool for me.
Now it is, I agree. I very much agree.
Yeah,
now I could care less what I get.
I actually kind of, to be honest, sort of kind of hate getting gifts these days, because
the only problem is that in order for me to have joy in giving gifts, I have to give you something, so therefore you must suffer.
Yeah, it's dreadful.
And I also take some small joy in that. That's
your gift.
My gift is that I get to put more tat in your home. Here's more crap.
Here's more stuff you can't throw away now.
If you throw it, I'll know. I mean, I think
nail it all to the wall.
I think adulthood and growing as a person is realizing that the joy is truly in the giving. And indeed, in a way, this podcast is a gift to everyone, if you think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're here on Christmas morning or whatever you are.
Really selling it, Brandon. Fucking nailed that.
Ho, ho.
Bah humbug. Well, there is a gift that Brandon gave you and me, Mario. He gave us the gift of a zip file.
Whoa.
I wonder what's in it. Oh no, my computer's crashing. It's a virus. I've been hacked.
Oh
no.
It's a Christmas goblin.
Oh no, it's the Christmas goblin.
Interesting.
It's a new character I've been workshopping.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm leaving now. This is already tiring.
No, come back. We have so many questions.
See you later in hell.
It hurts my voice.
Oh, no.
Oh, goodbye.
Listeners, the intros that we did have completely fucked this up.
Brains are melted.
We're drunk on improv.
Yeah. Anyway, tell us about this fucking cover or something.
Tell me about Curly. Give me a rundown of Curly's history. Who is Curly? Why is Curly?
That's right, Bob. This is Judging a Book by Its Cover, the part of the show where we do what they say we should not do. You can't scare me, and you can't tell me what to do, and it's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We all have to say Merry Christmas every time someone says it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You have to say it as like a, oh my God, or oh brother.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Anyway, the
Happy holidays.
Holiday happy. Holiday is for happy. The cover for this Tales to Give You Goosebumps edition number 6, more and more and more and more and more and more and such Goosebumps, features a purple border with yellow and red text with some sort of bolted metal frame around one large and one small illustration by, I wrote this down, please be right, Tim Jacobus.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you for writing
Christmas
it phonetically.
miracle.
You fucking did it.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Tim Jacobus. The smaller illustration on the top left in ovular frame by Tim Jacobus.
Oh, I love you, you old Goosebumps artist.
I love you, you old Goosebumps. I love you, Tim Jacobus. Tim Jacobus. I'll say it wrong just for you.
No.
Merry Christmas.
Every time Brandon says his name wrong, Tim Jacobus gets
an angel goes to hell.
A devil gets their horns.
Yeah. Anyway, this smaller illustration which is amazing.
I
in
love
an ovular
it. I
frame.
love it.
Oh, I would love to have
This is
this on the
me.
wall
This is
as
me
a
in real
daguerreotype.
life.
It's so comfortable. I'll describe it for you. Features a dapper Curly the skeleton. Mouth open in apparent pleasure, in comfortable pleasure. He is wearing small dark glasses and a yellow ascot, the picture of sophistication, and is seated in a red velvet chair, open book resting on his crossed legs, raising a hot cup of something to the reader. The picture of comfortable winter reading sesh. Ah, it's good. I want this.
This is me in real life. That's what I look like.
I'm so happy that Jacobus posted the art for these. Like some of his art featuring Curly is like his best stuff. Like I love it so much. It's so good. And it's so high res and it just looks so beautiful. So good.
Yeah, it rules. So the larger illustration on this page features Curly the skeleton in yellow scarf, snow boots, and gauntlets, snowboarding down a snowy mountain slope, with Drool the bulldog in cool shades, riding a sled at his side. They are embosomed amid venerable trees, the rocky slope intersected by bluffs and bounded by distant hills, behind which the orb of day is sinking, or it may be rising, and amid distant plains illumined by its dying or nascent ray. Distant pines, sorry.
Watch Goosebumps on Fox Kids News Network.
Watch Goosebumps on Fox Kids Network. Parachute Press Scholastic, R.L. Stein, special edition, number 6,
Brandon,
10 spooky stories.
We know how you feel about the newer Goosebumps covers that have many different fonts on them. How do you feel about this one that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different fonts on it?
No, sir, I don't like it.
Okay. Just wanted to make that clear. I'm also confused with the like sort of, what is the frame? Like it's like stone or something, but it's like
I don't know what's going on.
I
there.
don't really. I was trying to describe it for a long time, and I was like, I don't. This is probably a motif. I just don't know what it is.
It's
But
like
there's, bolts
riveted,
on it.
but it's like crumbling like stone. I'm a little confused.
Yeah,
about
I
it,
don't
but
know. I
Is
don't
it
know
like
what that's about.
It's
carved
whatever.
bone. I don't know. Anyway, I love the little Curly with the book and the tea. It's so good. It's maybe the best image I've ever seen. Not to put too fine a point on it.
It's great. It is wholesome. It's healing. It's a healing image, I'd say.
Did you describe his little sunglasses?
Yeah, or I said he had
thank
little
God.
sunglasses.
Thank
A
God.
little-
Did
I
you
mean,
describe the dog's sunglasses, though?
Yes.
The dog has cool shades.
like
and they are
snowboarder
like,
shades.
yeah, they're like reflecting orange and yellow. You can't see his pupils behind him. And
No.
he's like a no fear type dog.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. He would be.
Yeah,
right?
big dog.
He's on Goosebumps. He's either all fear or no fear. So this book came bundled with a Christmas stocking. Any reader, listener who, reader/listener, I guess, or at least former reader, would have known that, but I did not. It came with a Christmas stocking. And there's a third image here of the stocking itself. It's kind of like a green monster claw kind of thing with little black nails. It's pretty cute.
I think that if you were a kid that had that, that'd be pretty cool, is what I think. I think that'd be dope.
I think you would have to be extremely cool to use it, but I have faith that it did happen. The majority of the other versions of this, I don't know how many international versions there were. There were a couple, including Piccoli Brividi.
Thank God.
But there were 4 French covers, which we do have, which we're not just using the Jacobus art.
You nailed it.
Sound like a
nailed it.
robot every time, but you did nail it.
You did it. That's what matters.
Jacobus.
Jacobus.
So there are 4 fucking French covers. So let's go to Chair de Poule. The first of these. Oh wait, there are 4 French covers for this entry with 3 for 1 story each. There's a cover for Ice Vampire, the Ice Vampire.
Le
Don't
Vampire
sit on
de
the
Glace.
Gronk. Le Vampire. I wrote down how to pronounce them and why I hate Jack Frost. Why I hate Jack Frost. That's how they say it. It seems the French distributor was playing with breaking out the stories into individual books.
Oh.
As the Gronk and Jack Frost editions also came bundled with an audio cassette. They also released the collection itself, but with 8 stories instead of 10. Yeah. So the first cover is La Vampire de Glace, which features a colored pencil illustration with a frozen vampire front and center. Visible from the chest up, his facial construction is like a more bat-like Bela Lugosi, and he is frozen solid with eyes and mouth open. Icicles depend from the lobes of his windy bat-like ears and the giant crescent-shaped popped collar. He is wearing a medal with a bright red sash around his neck, so I guess he was awarded the Order of Lenin.
What are those? Are they called Wojaks? The little the drawing.
Yes.
He's the Wojak where it's like the capital O face. It's just that he's just doing like the O face, and it's wild. It looks.
He is a bit.
He's a bit of a winter Wojak.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a winter a winter Wojak.
a winter vampire Wojak.
A Wojak for winter. Well, I'll say that. A Wojak for winter. Oh, I can't believe you got this for me, Daddy. Yes, thank you. I wanted a winter Wojak the entire time. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry
Why do you
Christmas.
sound like the British child from fucking Xavier Renegade Angel? I want to play a board game. I'm bored. I win.
It's remarkable how Christmas has so successfully torn us apart.
Melted our brains. You know, we're supposed to be comfy. Put ourselves in the Christmas morning. Get yourself a mental cup of something.
All right,
man.
well,
If I get more comfortable, I'm gonna fall asleep.
The vampire
if I get
has,
more
has
comfortable,
melted.
I'm going to become Xavier, Renegade Angel. The collection of 8 stories is tremendously lame.
That is a bad cover.
In a band
That's quite
called Life Puzzler.
Hey, we're supposed to be nice. It's Christmas morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Well,
Christmas
8 Nouvelles Char de Poule is Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad
So,
Merry Christmas.
French collection. The
Happy
collection
holidays.
of 8 stories, Merry Christmas, is a tremendously lame depiction of a child in fear with outstretched hand standing in front of a canted window with a lightning bolt arcing through it. That description makes it sound way cooler than it is. You were overworking your illustrator this month, Cher de Poule, so this poor guy just farted out this
out,
image at
yeah.
the last minute. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So the next one is the French Jack Frost, Prisonnier de l'hiver, Prisoner of Winter. The overworked illustrator also did this one quick. The background is an airbrushed foggy winter storm. In the foreground, a child in multi-bobbled red toboggan hat and coat is looking up in fear at a female hand with long, pointy white nails, which
you
appears
sure
to
it's a
be
female
casting.
hand?
I think it looks female to me, or at least it's gaunt,
I
which
think
appears to
that's-
be casting a snowy fog spell.
I mean, it's a pretty accurate rendition of Jack Frost's hand in the story. He
I like
does
the
have
cactus in the
icic-
background. That's fun.
Yeah, that's a nice touch because, of course, the story takes place in Arizona. So,
yeah, during the Christmas time, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I knit it.
In edit.
I knit it.
In edit.
In edit.
In edit.
Listener, there is a word in the bottom right is INEDIT. It looks like
In the
Knit it.
Cher de Poule font.
Yes, it's true.
So the next one is a very poor image of the French Don't Sit on the Gronk,
Gronk.
depicting, I think, also the cassette that was bundled with it. Now for the most rushed of all, Méfiez-vous du Gronk, which depicts a hand holding a blue glowing orb. You got to give your illustrator more time, guys. You can't have him do 4 in a month.
I mean, that doesn't even look like what the Gronk looks like is the thing. Like, that's
it's
not
just
even
an orb.
good.
Like what?
Yeah, that's just an orb.
There's not even a figure to ponder it.
Nice. Merry Christmas.
Nice.
Merry
Nice.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, that's it for that. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Merry Christmas.
But mostly Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Newmore.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Newmore. Merry Newmore.
Keep the Christ and happy holidays. Anyways, we're at the fun part. Chapter summary discussion. Not that looking at pictures of Curly isn't fun. That's
That's the best
extremely
fucking
fun.
part. I was loving that.
I want to
Yeah.
drink some hot cocoa with Curly. This picture of Curly drinking like whatever he's drinking might be some coffee, might be some Java. That'd be delicious.
It's hot cocoa. I think it's
Yeah,
hot cocoa.
it's probably hot cocoa. If these short stories are anything to go by, it's probably
Now,
a little marshmallow surprise.
Ooh.
What am I talking about? Why, it's
Well-
one of the short stories in this wonderful collection of short stories.
hey, Bob, I have a Christmas gift for you.
What's that?
It's summaries of the first 4 stories of this book.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Let's drink some hot buttered camaraderie.
Okay.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get into it. Merry Christmas.
Who microwaved this cup?
Camaraderie.
Who might create this camaraderie? Hey, the first story in this book. The first story in this book is called
Merry Christmas.
Don't Sit on the Gronk. This has nothing to do with the football player Gronk or the internet meme Baby Gronk. None of that hadn't even been happening yet. He was born, but he wasn't in the. Don't
Mario,
worry about it.
I think you're missing like the actual like thing here. I think you're
the sit on part.
sidestepping
You're missing the sit on part.
Yeah.
Do you think the sit on part is the interesting part?
Yeah.
Mario,
Huh?
did you sit on the Gronk?
No, I would never. I would never sit on the Gronk. I would never do that.
Right.
Listen how defensive he is.
I would never sit on the Gronk.
Sure.
But I would tell you about someone who did. Brad. This is my transition into a summary.
God damn
Brad,
it, Brad.
A dumbass, sits around the Christmas tree on Christmas morning with his sister, Kelly.
I think that's
15.
the description for all characters from all Goosebumps books.
I'll start saying it right here. This is maybe the most like I hate kids Goosebumps book that we've read. Like every story in this book, the kids are the fucking worst. And spoilers, they get what they deserve, but like, unbelievable how like awful and vile these kids are. Now Brad's not the worst, but he's
the Gronk saying you get what you fucking deserve.
So these are also very moralistic stories. So I've included the moral. I've included the moral at the end of mine.
A lot of them are very moral, like they're very moral play-y.
Yes, I've included the moral for all 4 of the ones I read. As part of my summary. Okay, Brad, a dumbass, sits around the Christmas tree on Christmas morning with his sister Kelly, 15, and his parents. Brad, a total moron, complains that his new Walkman is broken, but Kelly observes that he just put the headphone in the wrong port, which is so stupid.
It's also impossible.
Impossible. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Kelly, did he put his head? There's no way he put a 3.5 millimeter jack into the fucking power, like the power adapter port for the fucking whatever.
That's all I can imagine.
He plugged it into the power outlet.
He didn't even plug it in. He just was walking around like, I can't hear anything.
This Walkman sounds like shit.
There's also no tape in it.
No batteries. What's wrong with it?
Did that work? Brad went on to invent the Zune. Kelly mocks Brad, and to add insult to injury, his dad agrees that he is indeed too stupid to live.
It's true. It's true.
It's an incredible exchange because, like, Brad laughs it off when Kelly calls him stupid, and his dad is like, "No, she's right. You are really stupid."
He's like, "Father."
Specifically, the criticism was you don't read the instructions.
Correct. My very next sentence. This kid will simply not read the instructions. This might be important.
Maybe.
Quite unexpectedly, a final mysterious present awaits under the tree for Brad. In the unlabeled package is a koosh ball. What's a koosh ball? Well, I'll tell you.
Because I know what a koosh ball is.
It's a toy ball made of rubber filaments, radiating from a steel-bound core. It was patented in 1987 by Scott H. Stillinger.
Cool.
You might remember it. It's a fuzzy little ball of rubber, and you can bounce it around.
Yeah.
See, even when you don't have a history section, you can't help but cast.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. This presented so much history to me in just the opening paragraph.
Honestly, koosh ball. Just hearing that word, like immediately unlocked a bunch of memories of just playing with those stupid fucking things.
I mean, it is as Brad points out, he has about 100 of them, and it is the kind of toy that you just got. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you just acquired koosh balls as a kid.
A lot of times in like a pack of multiple.
Right. You'd just be out someplace and you'd come home and suddenly you'd find you had a koosh ball. I don't know where you got it. It's like, they're just giving this crap away.
I think they were like one of the go-to gifts for like Chuck E. Cheese at one point.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
yes, they were. They were a cheap entry-level gift at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember the fucking, you put the quarters in the little machines, you'd twist it and you'd get like cool little things in like little plastic containers.
Little gotcha puns.
Yeah, little gotcha. Yeah.
Less good because they're American.
Yeah, like the slap bracelets and the those were in there, and then they had the best ones, the absolute best ones, the top tier, like gotcha, like 90s gotcha gift, which was the slappy hand, the fucking sticky.
The sticky slappy hand.
I know the slappy hand. They also sold little tiny little plastic aliens in various poses. That's the closest you could get to like an actual gotcha.
And the bouncy balls that you would inevitably break something or hurt yourself with.
Correct.
Little
also
bullets
true.
they were.
They will always get lost. They would rocket so quickly. It was just like impossible to find them at a certain point.
What I was thinking about the Koosh balls with regard to Chuck E. Cheese is that they were an entry level ticket purchase alongside the like little finger monsters, you know,
Mm-hmm.
The fingertip monsters.
Mm-hmm.
They're a piece of plastic trash, but you're a kid and you love that.
Kids love trash. Merry Christmas.
Kids love trash. Hey,
Merry
you know
Christmas.
what? Kids do love trash. Kelly attempts to take Brad's new Koosh ball, but Brad refuses and notices that the ball is alive. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Weird. Despite the fact that everyone sees this and no one purchased it, no one seems to care very much about this strange alien creature now in the possession of an idiot child. They just, I want to stress, everyone in the room accepts and just lives with the fact that Brad is now in possession of an alien ball that no one remembers buying.
So he just tried to plug his CD into a power outlet.
Let him have this.
He can become the owner of a living creature. Of a living creature.
There's a weirdly sensual description of this ball and what he does to it.
He caresses the hell out of this ball. He caresses this ball.
It's quivering in his hand. It's warm. He strokes it.
Mm-hmm.
He pets it. He pets the ball.
Well, wouldn't you? Warm. If you had a delightful ball and you just
I think I would. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Brad loves this eyeless, earless, mouthless creature, and he immediately calls his friend Roscoe unreal that this person named Roscoe is in this fucking book. Calls his friend Roscoe a 50-year-old man who lives down the street. He calls his friend Roscoe, who has a hamster and won't shut the fuck up about how cool it is, to come check out his new thing. Brad discovers an instruction manual for the creature in the box it came in, revealing that it is called a gronk. He discards the instructions, and so the die is cast. Roscoe is
heed the harbinger's instruction manual.
He did not heed the harbinger. Roscoe is enthralled by this weird little orb, and the boys immediately take the gronk outside to toss around, as one does with a living creature. But the gronk loves it. I just again, their first impulse of these two children, now granted, we know that Brad's an idiot, is to throw a living creature around like a ball.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about it.
He didn't read the instructions.
No, he didn't.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. The gronk appears to increase in weight. It's growing. It reaches the size and weight of a bowling ball. Undeterred, the boys begin to dribble the gronk like a basketball, as one does with a literal bowling ball of flesh. But dribbling this funky little guy is just such a blast. Brad nets a fresh score of the ball in basket, and the boys play a game of one-on-one, hoops to the court. The ball continues to grow. Now it weighs as much as Brad had and has reached the size of a beach ball. Roscoe immediately pieces out, perhaps realizing he is in a horror story. Brad rolls the gronk home in hopes of showing it to his parents, but they are absent. Brad next tries Kelly, but she is on the phone. Women. They're always on the phone. This little fucker will just not stop growing, so Brad immediately sits on it, as you do. He just sits the hell out of this weird little ball, and the growing continues. Kelly sees the now giant gronk and flips out. The gronk tries to pin Brad with tendrils. The kids panic, but Kelly finds the instructions. Turns out Brad could not be asked to read 3 sentences. 1, keep the gronk inside or it will start to grow. 2, never use it as a ball because it will make it grow even more playful than it already is. And I don't remember it being playful to begin with, but okay. And 3, never sit on the gronk or it will sit on you. The gronk crushes Brad to death. One wonders what the point of a bouncy living koosh ball is, if not to throw it. But anyway, R.I.P. you stupid piece of shit. The moral of this... Yeah?
Go ahead.
The moral of this story is to read your instructions, you stupid little brats.
Read your instructions. Otherwise, you'll die. You'll get killed. That's the thing that I actually respect the hell out of this book. and the collection of short stories therein.
They die a lot.
A lot of child death, like a shocking amount of child death, like not really much understanding or like
learning. Lessons are learned through death.
Yeah, like
lessons are learned too late.
Yeah. If not death, like an existential nightmare. Several of those.
Oh yeah, straight up cursed existence. Yeah, that's a common refrain.
Since I can't really review, I mean, I could review the book as a whole, but since my reviewing system won't really work for this, I'm just gonna casually give a thumbs up or thumbs down as we go, and I give a big thumbs up to Don't Sit on the Gronk. I thought that story was fun.
It's a great Gronk.
I'll give it a thumb up.
Yeah, it's a fun little read.
I give it a Monster Claw up.
Monster Claw, very nice. Merry Christmas.
One Gronk right in the air. We'll just throw that sucker right up in the air.
One crushed Gronk, child, way up.
One Gronk through the hoop. The next story, Nutcracker Nightmare. Samantha has been dragged to an exciting cultural event by her parents. Her former babysitter, Mrs. Boren, has invited them to the ballet for Christmas, as you do for a kid you babysat 4 years ago.
Mario, did you notice that Miss Boren is actually really close to Miss Boring?
You know what, Bob? I did notice that, and I thought
that's a little trivia. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that wasn't on the wiki.
It does feel like that should be a trivia point in the wiki. I agree. It does feel like that. Yeah, but. Sam's dad is an art professor. Merry Christmas. Sam's dad is an art professor at college. So, as a disgusting liberal, he loves this kind of boring shit. Sam is missing out on a movie night I actually wrote missing out on an movie night, which goes to show what I know, with all her friends. And to add insult to injury, she is also being made to wear an disgusting green taffeta dress that used to belong to her cousin. Of note, she has forgotten her watch. Oh well, this couldn't mean anything. Mrs. Boren is fat, naturally, and is generally gray and, boring? In the theater, Sam's view is obscured by a tall, seemingly behatted woman, but in fact, she just has really big hair. Rather than switch seats, Sam just blurts out that maybe having to maneuver around the hat or hair will keep her awake. What a rude little piece of shit. Mrs. Boren notes that an appreciation for ballet takes time. Lots of time. Sam's mother is ready to give her a pleasing stream of the old rancid, but Sam escapes to the bathroom.
A pleasing stream of the old rancid?
Yes.
All right.
Rancid.
I wanted to highlight that. Moving on.
Yeah. It's a quote from Evil Under the Sun. When she returns to the lobby...
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
When she returns to the lobby, it is empty, save for Mrs. Boren. The show's about to start. Almost time to be bored to death, says Sam out loud to a woman who gifted her tickets to a theatrical performance. I wonder if you know what boredom really is. It's time for you to learn some patience, announces Mrs. Boren, and taps a strangely carved watch 3 times. Returning to the theater, Sam thinks about her friends. Then she thinks about her new computer game. She's only made it to level 6. She contemplates her strategies. When you were a kid in the 90s, this is what you had to do. You didn't have a phone, you just had to think about computer games. You could play all of Halo in your brain. Consider that.
I tried in church often.
I tried in church all the time. And yet, after all that, the band is still warming up. Her arm begins to fall asleep. The band continues to warm up. Her mind wanders to her friends, to her Christmas presents. She lists them in her head. A classic thought experiment. I mean, I said that sarcastically, but I do think I did that as a kid. The music stops, but the curtain stays down. The conductor begins. The band brings the instruments to her lips, and nothing happens. When the first note starts, Sam begins reciting the 20-stanza poem that she has been forced to memorize for school. When she comes back to reality, the curtain is down. She slept the whole thing. Or did she? No, she didn't.
Okay.
Somehow, the ballet is just starting. Everyone appears to move in slow motion. Sam's foot falls asleep. No one else seems to notice that time has crept to a crawl. The audience claps for so long that Sam's hands almost start to bleed. Finally, Sam gives up. She asks her mom what time it is. Her mom scolds her, but Mrs. Boren has the time. It's time to learn some patience.
Uh,
Miss Boren, apparently a witch, has trapped Sam in some kind of hyperbolic time chamber. Sam notices that her mom's hair is turning gray. Her clothes no longer fit. She tries to escape through the exit, but as she runs, she can only move a few feet. The curtain comes down at last. Mrs. Boren leans over. Be patient, Samantha. The second act will start soon. This is a nightmare. This is a hell nightmare.
All she needs to do is go to training so that she can master Super Saiyan form, so that then she can become better at being Super Saiyan 2, and then go even further beyond that.
If Sam were a better person, she would use this time to master Super Saiyan 2 and 3. Yeah, for sure. But I will say this:
3 is a big ask, but
3 is a big ask for a 12-year-old. 3 is a big ask. I'll agree. This is fucking messed up. This story is it's jacked up.
A lot of these stories are very similar to they're like Goosebumps, like mainline books, but like condensed in a lot of ways. Like we've got a couple in here that are like, I've got one that's the haunted mask, basically.
Yeah.
And there's like, I think yours was a little similar to Monster Blood in a couple ways.
Gronk is, yeah.
This one, it reminded me a little bit of the Cuckoo Clock of Doom.
Okay.
And I want to say that Cuckoo Clock of Doom does what this is trying to do better, but I do appreciate that this story, whose name I forgot,
Nutcracker
Nightmare. I think that I appreciate its willingness to straight up curse this child.
She is literally watching her. I mean, assuming that the second act continues with the first, she is going to watch her mother wither and die. She's going to watch her family mummify.
It's fascinating. Go ahead.
Having a horror story set in a non-ending play in a place that you can't escape when you want to play computer games is probably the closest accurate depiction of what hell is like to a child.
I mean, this is very relatable for sure.
That's what I was going to say.
Hugely relatable.
That's what I was going to say, because I'm actually. This is a really good opportunity to talk about, of all of the Goosebumps stories that we've had, I think we can all relate to being a kid and not wanting to even sit still. No. And just wanting to go and do anything else other than sit through a boring fucking play, or this reminds me a lot of going Christmas on car rides and being what was that? Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas. I was thinking,
Feliz Navidad.
If you're reading this at Christmas, the thing I immediately thought about was going to mass at Christmas. If me, grew up in a Catholic family. Yeah, so now you're stuck in this place where you should be playing fucking video games that you got for Christmas,
Exactly. Or going on a car ride to your grandparents' place. And it's are we there yet? Oh my God. Are we there yet? Yeah.
Or, frankly, just the very real general thing about Christmas that I found frustrating as a kid, the obligations to have to go to multiple things on, you wake up Christmas morning, you get your Christmas presents, and if you're me, you get 1 hour to do anything, and then you got to go to your family's Christmas and be there for 7 hours doing nothing.
Which is cool at the beginning when, you get gifts.
Right.
And it's oh, sick, oh, that's awesome. We got a whole bunch of things, because I don't know about you guys, but the way that my family would work is they would coordinate gifts sometimes. And so you would get one thing at home, and then you would go to your grandparents, and then you would get another, you would get the console and then go to your grandparents, and then you would get the games for it. And so it was cool, but then the rest of the night would happen, and it's just
you're stuck with your family doing nothing, because you can't play with the thing you got, because you're not
Brandon was hell in a lot of ways.
Brandon has never suffered, so he knows nothing of this.
Brandon knows not suffering.
Suffering is alien to me. I experience joy.
The lesson or moral of this story is be patient at boring stuff, you little shits. And I give it a big old thumbs up from me.
Yeah, that's a thumb up. For the listener, my rating is 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up, or no thumbs up, and then thumbs down. So yeah, this one's good.
Are we doing that?
I'm doing that. You guys can do whatever you want. Merry Christmas. But that's my gift. That's my gift to you, is you can do whatever the fuck you want. But for me, yeah, that's my system because there are some stinkers in here. There's some ones that they're going to be kind of a thumb down or 2 thumbs down. There is one story in here that is 2 thumbs way the fuck up. Like,
interesting.
Very, like, so weirdly good. Like,
I'm intrigued.
We'll get to it. But yeah,
anyway, it's a hearty thumbs up from me. Brandon?
I give this one a God Jul, which is Swedish for Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
God damn it. Next up, it's the Ice Vampire.
Probably the funniest one to listen to on the audio version that we've decided to listen to on YouTube.
Sam and his friend Billy are awaiting judgment in the Winter Carnival's ice sculpture competition. These 2, presumably 12-year-old boys, have, using presumably a chainsaw, made a giant ice cobra. Pretty cool. Alas, it did not win. The winner is a very real-looking carving of a vampire called Ice Vampire by someone named Bram Strokeman. Ha ha ha.
Hee hee. Hoo hoo ha.
Hee hee hee. The boys lament their loss and head to get some hot cider. The boys run to their classmate Michelle and take her to see their dope-ass Ice Cobra. They attempt to show her the Ice Vampire, but the statue is gone. In its place is a sculpture that looks exactly like Sam's neighbor, Rebecca. It's perfectly carved down to the eyelashes and fingernails. The boys head home under the light of a full moon. Suddenly, a freezing cold hand clamps down on Sam's neck. It's the Ice Vampire! It wants to suck your heat? That's right. The vampire's grip begins to freeze Sam all the way to his lungs. Billy pulls Sam away, and the kids flee with the vampire in pursuit. The kids bolt into Sam's house, but they can hear the vampire outside on the porch, scratching at the door, freezing the keyhole. The next morning...
Wow.
I guess we just go to sleep knowing
I guess we just went to sleep.
I guess that happened. Honk shoe, honk shoe.
I'm so scared. Good night.
Oh!
They're running up the stairs. Oh! And they get to the bed. Oh!
They just get to the top step and fall down asleep. Slam.
They're running up the stairs. Their clothes flies off suddenly, like they run into a pajama pants, like in a big night camp. Like, I don't. You know what? I'm not even. The imagery is funny. I don't get. Next morning, we wake up. Sam and Billy eat breakfast slowly, as to not to have to help Sam's sister Emily clear the icicles off the front porch. What a good idea!
Jerks.
Sam.
Jerk children.
Yeah. Sam sets aside Emily's hair dryer so he can eat. She treats the kitchen like it's her own private salon. This will not be significant. Suddenly, a scream. The Ice Vampire has returned. I mean, shocking. It's like, okay, the visual of this is so funny because it's like Ice Vampire chases them. They run inside to go to bed. Nothing happens all night. So presumably the Ice Vampire has just been like sitting on their porch the whole time. And
just like, tapping his knee.
I want that story of just like the Ice Vampire, like a pizza delivery person, like bikes by and just stares at him. And he's just like on the porch, just like
he's like, I want to suck your heat. And then they go and say, it's like, oh.
That's something that I'm surprised you're not mentioning more is this vampire is constantly saying heat. I need your heat. More heat.
I'll backtrack and say that I think that the imagery of the Ice Vampire is actually pretty solid because it's basically like a perfectly carved figure, like with eyes and like veins and all kinds of stuff. I think that's pretty cool.
So I will say, real quick aside.
Yeah.
Mario, we both, I believe you listened to this as well, right?
Yes, I did.
Leftovers audiobook reading.
Yes.
I listened to all of these with this wonderful person. I'll please look them up. Please appreciate their work. Their name is Leftovers from the Leftover Culture Review. They did a reading of every single one of these chapters. And this one, Mario and I were talking about this before. This is like on par with a lot of the audiobooks that Scholastic has put out.
I mean,
like he does a pretty damn good job.
He is definitely not rehearsing before reading it.
Definitely not.
That shows, because he doesn't always, like when he reaches the end of the page, he doesn't know what's coming next, so he does struggle there.
The editing is a little iffy,
yes.
especially at the beginning of one of the chapters, where it just like he has this whole thing at the beginning of these things where it's like hello and welcome, but then in one episode it just like starts off and it kind of glitches out and it just like goes right into it, which is
he
not
forgot.
perfect.
Hello and papier-mâché.
Papier-mâché.
That being said, for a free, fully recorded, God damn it,
it's still
for
it's my gift
Merry
to
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Natal.
Merry Christmas.
Buon Natale.
Paper match.
Paper match.
Merry Christmas.
Leg Yule.
Bon Natale. For a free complete audiobook of this book, which does not have one, I think you could do way worse, and it's nice of him to read it. And he also includes some sometimes perhaps way too loud remixes of Christmas music in the background, which is very funny.
I also really enjoy the when he goes from one page to the next.
Yes, and he keeps the sound effects of the page turn.
They reached the last row. One of them stuck a blue ribbon on the winning statue. Let's go check it out, Sam said.
It's honestly, we were talking about it, it's kind of ASMR-y. It adds a little texture to it. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it.
It is ASMR adjacent.
I think it's kind of good, Mela Kalikimaka.
Gotcha.
Merry Christmas?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Happy Chrysler.
Merry Crimum.
Happy Crimbus.
Happy Crimbus.
We're all children of Jesus.
That's in the podcast on that. In the podcast on that sentence.
Joyo Noel.
Yeah, I think it's good. Also, I will let the listener know if they don't want to listen to this audiobook recording and they want to read these stories themselves, all of Tales to Give You Goosebumps is on archive.org. All of it. So if you want it, now. There's a complete collection of all of it. Check it out if you want. But also,
Celebrate
Leftovers channel, if you want to walk and listen, Leftovers channel made for good winter morning walking for me. And also, every story he ends with, I'm so glad you made it to the end of the story.
Hi, I am so glad you made it to the end of the story. Congratulations.
I'm glad that you're glad.
Anyway,
is he Australian? Is that the accent?
I think he's from New Zealand.
Okay.
I think he's a Kiwi.
Gotcha. Also, I just want to highlight the first chapter, Don't Sit on the Gronk. The top comment on it is Gronk. So, also, he recorded these 8 years ago. So,
he beat us to the punch. Suddenly, in the story, a scream! The ice vampire has returned and is draining
the dude
Emily's
who was outside the previous night when the kids went inside and fell asleep.
Yeah,
goddamn object permanence.
Returned is a generous word here, actually. More like the ice vampire was still there and is draining Emily's warmth.
Great if he was just in the exact same spot.
He was on the side of the house, skittering around like a fly.
What timing? Sam and Billy quickly pull Emily inside. Sam, I meant to write grabs, but I was writing this from my couch while looking at my TV. So what I actually wrote here is Sam grapes an icicle. Yum, yum.
Grabies.
Surely driving an icicle through the heart of an ice vampire must be the way to kill one. Makes sense to me. The icicle immediately breaks. What sort of idiot tries to kill an ice vampire with more ice? Sam flees inside. The vampire freezes the window and bursts through it. He grabs Billy and begins to freeze him. Sam grabs the blow dryer and points it at the vampire. He fucking loves it, achieving what may be the vampire equivalent of a touchless orgasm.
Sam aimed the dryer at the ice vampire's face. At first, the creature didn't react, but then a strange smile spread over his clear, icy face. He uttered a moan and let go of Emily. Billy stumbled away, rubbing his frozen arm. Whoa. The vampire moaned again as the warm air poured over him. Yes, eat, so much eat. He loves it, Billy whispered. Whoa.
Bro, do you see the amount of H's in this O?
Yeah, he loves it.
Oh.
Also, while they're doing this, the kids are like, well, now he knows that we're friends. He'll love us. And they're like, wow, that's a great idea. He will love us now. And then, but there's one issue. He loved it so much, he literally melted in a puddle of ice water and presumably ice cum.
No.
I want to die.
Merry Christmas.
A puddle of troubling fluid. Merry Christmas. It is indeed troubling fluid. The kids all laugh. What a lark. Joy to the world begins to play if you are listening to The Leftovers. Suddenly, a loud crash. A giant fucking ice cube bursts the goddamn window. And it also wants heat. Fuck! The moral of this story is don't make ice sculptures, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
So
how
thumb
could
do
they?
for this one.
I was also going to give this story a thumb down because I thought it was sort of like a nothing story. I'll give this story no thumbs. I don't think it's bad. I just
zero.
think it's kind of nothing.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Brandon?
I thought it was kind of fun. I thought Maliga Yang Pasco.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right. Holly Jolly Holiday.
Oh boy.
We open on a graphic sexual fantasy about someone named the Crusher. No, wait, I'm sorry. Beth is watching Wrestle-O-Rama. The Crusher is fighting Gorgon. Her sister Jody, a year younger, arrives with a Christmassy gift bag. Within, Holly Jolly Holiday, her favorite Christmas movie and Beth's least favorite. It's sappy and saccharine, and its protagonist, Susie Snowflake, is a cancer on this earth. But Jody is ecstatic, despite being on 24/7 apparently. This is the only VHS copy the shop owner had ever seen. Knowing that she had already passed her allotted TV time, Beth has no choice but to watch Susie Snowflake's vile Christmas adventures with her sister. In fairness, it does indeed sound like a truly awful film. Holiday hugs and cookies abound. Beth leaves to go read her newest issue of Wrestle-O-Rama magazine, a subscription to which Jody bought her last year. What a thoughtful and generous little sister. After hours spent reading, Beth is lured downstairs by her father's traditional holiday baking. Delicious cookies await her in the kitchen, but no dad. Looking for her father, she finds her mother and sister re-watching Holly Jolly Holiday? But to her further surprise, the cookies aren't her dad's work, but her mother's. Despite never baking, her mother was moved to bake by the film. What's more, her mother appears to be doing a Susie Snowflake voice. And not just her voice. Her hair has turned bright red. And so is Jody's. And so is their dog Ivory, who you might surmise is white. Just like, they all have red hair. Like Susie Snowflake? Inexplicably, everyone seems to be taking on Snoozy Snowflake's personality. Beth goes to look for her dad and notices her own hair has started to turn red. Could this be a chemical leak? A great thought. Great thought. That's pretty good.
Honestly,
Beth tells her dad everything, but he is incredulous. Begrudgingly, he goes to check on them, but he is gone for a suspiciously long time, 15 minutes, which if you're 12 years old is suspicious. Beth goes to check on him. His hair has also turned red, and his beard and mustache are gone. Everyone has begun to transform more and more into Susie Snowflake. Don't fret, dearie, says Dad, as he offers her some Christmas cookies. Oh, dearie me, cries Beth, who realizes that she too is turning completely into Susie Snowflake. As the movie ends, Jody prepares to restart it, but Beth attempts to stop her. Jody will not give her the tape unless she says the magic words of Susie Snowflake specifically. Beth is unable to recall them despite her best efforts. She knows what she has to do. She has to go deeper. She eats cookies. She hums the theme song. She sings aloud. Her brain begins to turn into horrible holiday slush. She says the magic words, "Pretty bitty, please, with Christmas trees." Not even knowing why, Jody hands her the VHS, and Beth thinks how nice it would be to watch it. But as she approaches the TV, she sees her idol and possible sexual fantasy, the Crusher. Summoning all her strength, she throws the tape into the fire, and soon all returns to normal. On Christmas Eve, sometime later, the family gathers for a traditional holiday cheer. No one talks about the event. Jody gives Beth a gift, a VHS tape of the Crusher's greatest hits. What a great gift, and remarkable too, for as Jody tells Beth, it was the only copy the video store lady had ever seen. Bum bum bum.
They
Moral of this
should
story.
have turned into the Crusher at the end. They
I
should
mean,
have all been luchadors.
I mean,
That's
I guess
true.
that's the implication, is that they will then all turn into the Crusher. I mean, like, I think that they should have included that scene because it would be funny, but I guess they were like, oh, we're going to leave it on our Twilight Zone twist instead
should
of
have
the
been
more
like,
interesting fun part.
yeah.
Oh, at the top of the Christmas mountain, brother.
Oh, cream rise to the top.
Um,
No leg on a gwitch.
Step into a happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Oh yeah.
Oh, that macho man
yeah.
loves Christmas, brother.
No leg on a diva.
That was really good. That was really good. FYI, just for clarity, The Ring was released in 1998. So this precedes The Ring, the novel of which was released in 91 but was not translated until 2003. So this is VHS horror before the pioneer of VHS horror had ever reached the US. So consider that. I think this is I think this story is interesting. I think it's like there's some parts of this that I think really work. I think the part where Beth is trying to like get into the mindset of CZ Snowflake to remember the words, and she starts like losing her sense of identity and like forgetting why she even did this in the first place. I think that is unsettling. In many ways this feels like a proto creepypasta kind of thing. Wouldn't say I loved it. I think it sort of overstays its welcome a little bit. I think it's just slightly too long for what it's doing.
I wish the Crusher would have suplexed Susie Snowflake.
I wish it had ended with a Suplex City kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a tentative thumbs up.
I'm gonna go with a 0.
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Just middling, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
2.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I wish the Crusher had suplexed me, but I thought the idea was cool.
I thought the idea was great.
Yeah.
So I give it a Harry Christmasy.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, I should say Merry Christmas. My tentative thumbs up is more because the idea is great than because I like
it's a
the
cool
story.
idea.
Now what's this? I just stumbled on another story. That's weird. I don't remember if this story. Okay, well, I guess I'll just read it as we go. The Ghastly Grumble. Okay. I'm a piece of shit, and my name is Steven. I hate Christmas, and I hate my little sister Debbie. Nothing brings me greater joy than dangling her over an open sewer. This Christmas Eve, as I dangled her over an open sewer, wafting in the tantalizing aroma of refuse and filth, Debbie exclaimed, "Oh, don't drop me into an open sewer, or the Ghastly Grumble will get you." "The Ghastly Grumble isn't real," I shouted foreshadowingly. "Mom and Dad made him up, just like Santa." "He is so real," shouted Debbie over the sound of rushing sewage below. "I received a letter from Santa this morning that if you dropped me into an open sewer one more time, he would send the Ghastly Grumble to skin you alive and put you into an industrial lathe."
This is giving Albie the racist dragon like
As
extremely.
As I just competently reaffirmed to myself, neither Santa nor the Ghastly Grumble exists. I shouted with glee as I dropped my hideous little sister into a frothing current of vile effluence. When Christmas morning arrived, I rushed to the tree and greedily tore through gift after gift with my grubby little hands. All the usual gifts were there, toys and games, each more disappointing than the last, and I chided my parents for their poor taste. But what was this? A final present there behind the tree? And what a present it was! It was nearly as tall as the tree, and twice as wide, and what's more, it had my name on it. "Mother, is this from you?" I inquired. "No, son, I certainly did not buy it." "Father?" "No, my boy, I've no recollection whatsoever of such a magnificent gift."
No, my boy.
Oh, well, I thought, and lustfully tore apart the wrapping. Why, what a coincidence! Just yesterday I chided Debbie for her foolish belief in such a thing as a Ghastly Grumble, and here before me is a life-size Ghastly Grumble toy! The great grisly beast had green fur, and great tusks like an elephant, and claws the size of my head. "Oh, I cannot wait to play with this great toy!" I exclaimed. I can't wait to play too, snarled the ghastly Grumble figure. It occurred to me that perhaps I was mistaken in my previous conviction that there is no such thing as a ghastly Grumble. Let us play my favorite game, said the Grumble, skinning Steve alive and putting him in an industrial lathe. All Christmas morning, Mother and Father and Debbie sat around the fire, drinking cocoa and singing Christmas songs to the sweet sounds of my flesh being peeled away from my bones and my body being inserted into an industrial lathe. The end.
It's the origin story of Curly.
Maybe it is.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
So does this farm.
Context clues. I think I know what you said. Yay! Thank you for that wonderful Christmas gift of a completely custom. That was not in the book.
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
I farted that out on a walk this morning.
There you go. I farted this out. What was the quote?
Here's this song I just farted out.
Yeah, here's the song I just farted out.
Yeah.
Here's the story here's this Goosebumps I just farted out.
You probably couldn't hear it because apparently it wasn't getting picked up, but I was clapping. So.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I heard you gasp.
Yeah.
It was a shocking tale. I would have to agree.
Yeah. Brandon was really into it.
It was custom. It was a custom bump.
It was a custom bump. I can't say it wasn't influenced by several stories in this book. I can't pretend it was not heavily influenced.
If you took all of these stories and if you were to assume they were all Airheads and then you wrapped them all together and put that huge Airhead ball in your mouth and mashed it around, that's the story you just wrote.
That's true. And that's a beautiful image.
Hey,
yes.
You guys, Brandon, what's that?
Wesołych świąt.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, Merry Chrysler. Do you guys know this guy named Jack Frost?
Oh man, I hate that guy.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm not gonna say it here. Okay. I love Jack Frost.
Yeah. Well, we can stop the recording if you want. Do you want to? We can just talk offline about it. You know.
I don't want to say I'm offended, but I mean, I don't want to say it, so I'm not going to. So I didn't.
I'll go on the record.
My emotions.
I'm going to go on the record and say, fuck Jack Frost. And here is chapter 5. Why I hate Jack Frost. That piece of fucking shit.
Tell me about it.
12-year-old Jared hates winter in Arizona. He's recently moved there with his mother, who says he's used to places that have snowy winters. Jared also hates Arizona's desert, cacti, sky, and houses, which he says look like shitty little pink shoeboxes. If Jared is anything like the people posting in our Arizona about things they hate about the state, his hatred should also include the taste of the water, the rising rent prices, the quote-unquote fucking drivers, car dependency, overcrowding, and even the shape of the state itself. But the thing Jared hates the most about Arizona is that the winters, they're just not cold. Looking around his local mall, he's disgusted to see people wearing t-shirts instead of thick jackets. Please hold your vomit. Quote, it felt more like the 4th of July, he thought, fearing what Jesus would do to Arizona if he found out that they loved America more than the Son of God. In the center of the mall was a huge Christmas tree, and Jared noticed a man selling ornaments nearby. He spotted one with a wooden house inside adorned with snow. The man tells Jared this ornament is the home of Jack Frost, who brings the ice. Jared notes the ornament feels cold to the touch. Yeah, he's completely decked out in really, really nice looking jewelry.
Man, it is. Oh, okay, that's a different read of it.
He's fucking iced up. Yeah,
I appreciate that. You went a different direction. And I like that.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know what other direction you could
There's
go
no
in,
other kinds of ice we could possibly think of in 2025, none whatsoever.
No. Merry Christmas. Jared
Merry
notes
Christmas.
The ornament feels cold to the touch. So he
Merry Christmas.
Merry Feliz Navidad.
So he buys it and bikes home. But when he arrives, he feels like his new ornament would be wasted, hanging from his fake plastic piece of shit Christmas tree. Disgusting. So instead he hangs it above his bed and calls it a night. He wakes up to everything covered in snow. An obvious dream, but Jared rolls with it, putting on warm clothes and heading outside to play. He makes a snowman, and when he's finished, an elf dressed all in green appears and says, "Good job!" Jared recognizes him as Jack Frost, that piece of fucking shit who he hates. From the ornament that he enjoys, he's conflicted. But before he can say anything, Jack Frost snaps his fingers and the snowman Jared just built comes to life.
Whoa.
His first word is, and I quote, "Ah!" The snowman calms down.
Painful to be born.
Merry Christmas. And skates on a nearby lake with Jared. Later, Jack Frost challenges Jared to a snowball fight, which goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Just as Jared starts to freeze to death, he wakes up from the dream. He remarks about how real the dream felt. And throughout the day, he seems to get colder and colder. That night, he's feeling too cold to stay awake. So he heads to bed early, where he has this I'm just going to retake that.
Sure.
I'm going to fucking, oh man, I hate Jack Frost so fucking much. He's making me
Merry
fuck
Christmas.
up.
I hate Jack Frost, and I didn't like the story.
I wrote a too big paragraph, and I got fucked up by it. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
That night, he's feeling too cold to stay awake, so he heads to bed early. I'm talking with my hands now, which you can't see on the recording. Where he has the same winter dream again. Jack Frost demands that they go sledding this time. And just before they fly off the edge of a cliff, Jared wakes up, his face feeling damp and cold. He puts on some extra layers and decides to take his ornament downstairs and put it on the tree. His mom sees him and wonders why he's feeling cold when it's 70 degrees outside. They both figure he's sick, so he stays inside and warms up with my lips sucked air in a really weird way. Sometimes it does that. And Mario's posting shit on the
snowman.
fucking Discord.
I found the snowman.
All right, I'm gonna do a performance check. Let me try that too.
Why God make me a snowman?
Merry Christmas.
Did you hear that? I think the air just said.
It's, you know how like sometimes your nose whistles in a weird way?
Yes.
And sometimes it whistles the Macarena?
No.
Is that not a universal
universal
experience?
Listeners, write in if that is. It is not for me. Sometimes I'll just whistle, like when I'm talking, I'll be sucking air in and my lips it'll whistle. It happens when I record videos and stuff sometimes. I got to edit it out. Anyway, maybe I'll leave it in. It's fun. If you listen closely, it says, anyway, so he's feeling cold. They both figure he's sick. So he stays inside and warms up with extra blankets and hot soup. That night he visits Jack Frost again, and this time demands they make snow angels. As Jared lies down to start making some, he falls into the snow, and Jack Frost straight up starts shoveling snow onto his face, causing him to wake up again in a cold sweat. Everything's cold now, despite the Arizona sun. Jared figures it has something to do with the Jack Frost ornament, so he grabs it and throws it away in a trash can outside. After spending the whole day freezing, Jared again goes to sleep and is visited by Jack Frost, but this time, Jared is sleepy inside of the dream. Jack Frost tells him that he can nap in his house, but in order to get inside, he needs to retrieve the ornament that he threw in the trash. Jared retrieves it, and suddenly the door to Jack Frost's house unlocks, allowing them to go inside. And they then put the ornament on the tree, and he falls asleep. When he wakes up, he realizes everything is way too hot. He strips down to his bathing trunks and jumps into the neighbor's pool in an attempt to cool off, but the water is boiling hot. Realizing he's in another dream, Jared closes his eyes and forces himself to wake up yet again. As he opens his eyes, he realizes he's back in Jack Frost's house. Jared makes his way to the Christmas tree and notices that inside the Jack Frost ornament is now a little version of his Arizonan house. "Poor guy," says Jack. "That ornament must have given you nightmares. You live here with me. Now get dressed and we'll have a night long snowball fight. What the fuck did I read?
Long snowball fight.
Hold on, guys. I'm the master of ice. I can't be expected to read shit good.
No springs.
No springs.
You're really close to Jimmy Stewart.
That ornament must have given you nightmares. You live here with me. Now
You're
get
my
dressed
husband.
And
We're married.
we're married. That's how it works. Now get dressed and we'll have a nice long snowball fight.
That's what he calls
The end.
doing it.
Please a reminder, this is a child we're talking about. So
I know.
maybe
know.
not.
I know, but you know what I mean.
I know.
He might be a child, but I'm an adult man. So this is
So it's okay.
if I'm putting if I'm putting myself in the story, then I also do not want to have sex with Jeffrey.
Yeah. He'll give you the cold shoulder.
I didn't love this one, I must say. I didn't love
it goes
this
on
one.
a bit long.
It was too long.
That's why I was
Goes on
kind
a
of
bit.
surprised that this one was ghost written. But then again, I'm kind of not surprised. It's the standout where it's like in a lot of these, this one really kind of drags. It's really
this drags, I think.
I do like the idea of fucking around with the dream like sequence and
I think that ending is neat. Like
Yeah. I think it feels very like kind of like extra like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Extremely, yeah. Where it's like, oh, you're inside the fucking the ornament. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this one's like, I don't know. I think it's like a thumb down for me. I
think
really
this is a thumb down. Yeah.
The wiki, if we're okay with admitting that this is the one, since I ruined it at the beginning, the wiki did say that this was a ghostwriter trying to figure out the Ghostbusters, the Goosebumps like oeuvre. So it just seems like, you know, it was just hard to nail the tininess of it, the shortness of it.
It would be hard. I agree that it would be difficult to write one of these.
It really feels like someone read Goosebumps to make this though, because it feels like someone almost doing a parody of like all of the times in Goosebumps books where they fall asleep and have a nightmare sequence. And
that's
then wake
true.
up.
It almost feels that way. I do like the twist on it, making the dream the reality, or is it? You know what I mean? Like that kind of like either way, it's a cursed existence. So it is a bad end for this character.
Yeah.
The moral
Bad
of
end.
which being,
end.
I guess, don't complain about your state, you piece of shit kid. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could extract that, but one of the things I wanted to talk about is that I think there's a read of this where the kid just got sick and died.
Ooh.
Like he's just
Maybe.
dead. Like he was having like what do they call this?
This is a Final Fantasy VIII kind of scenario.
It's kind of a what is that? The
Occurrence
river,
at Occurrence at Creek Bridge.
Yep, occurrence at the bridge. Yeah, that's what I call it. That's
occurrence at the bridge. Occurrence at the place.
The bridge story. That's
that story, a thing that happened in a place.
I love that story.
The place where something happened. Yeah.
It reminds me of a Ray Brad, one of those Ray Brads.
That was Ambrose Bierce.
No, I know. I was just saying, like, it was a funny way of condensing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Ambrose Bierce.
I have a problem.
Is something that can happen. Ambrose Bierce is a thing that they can do to you at a tattoo parlor.
Damn.
But you got to pay extra. It's a thumbs down still. Not my favorite.
I think it goes on a bit long.
It's Merry Christmas ending.
Yeah.
Very good.
But I do give it a Glalie Yule.
Thank you. Yep. Preempted it. Next one, we got a. Hey guys, I've been holding something from you guys. I've been holding. I've been here. It's a marshmallow surprise. I wanted to surprise you guys.
Oh my god!
I wanted to surprise you with chapter 6. Marshmallow surprise.
You shouldn't have.
My favorite kind of surprise.
Good.
You shouldn't have.
Good.
Good. Mary Chrysler. 12-year-old Marcia Zane and her brothers Ricky and Ronnie are racing sleds when Marcia accidentally smashes into their neighbor, Mrs. Spooner's mailbox.
Miss Spooner.
Miss Spooner. Marcia immediately feels terrible as the group reminisces about how they're constantly fucking up Mrs. Spooner's shit, like how their dog Sparky dug up her garden and pissed and shit everywhere, and how they cut through her garden on their way to school and pissed and shit everywhere. The trio are surprised when Mrs. Spooner shows up and starts treating them nicely. She asks the kids to come in and enjoy a special cup of hot cocoa that she calls Marshmallow Surprise. The kids decide to take her up on her offer and head into the house, where they find a bunch of weird shit in vials and jars, including a giant neon sign above her fireplace that says, "I'm a fucking witch."
Yeah.
Mrs. Spooner gives the kids their Marshmallow Surprise and they drink it because they're idiot children. But because she's a fucking witch and oh fuck, I fucking skipped a sentence. God damn it, Merry Christmas. But Marcia notices that there's no marshmallows. Guys, is the marshmallow surprise that there are no marshmallows?
That would be a
the
good
marshmallow
surprise. I mean, it'd be a
surprise?
bad surprise, but it
You
would be a surprise.
can't give me Marshmallow Surprise with no marshmallows in it.
Well, oh God, I don't have
You
a
can't
paper
do this
bag.
to
I'm
me. You can't
hyperventilating.
fucking do this. You can't do this. It's not right. You can't do this.
So Marcia notices that there aren't any marshmallows in their drinks. Mrs. Spooner explains that that's because she's a fucking witch. And the surprise is that she's going to turn all three of them into marshmallows and eat them all up. Oh! But the kids Uno reverse card her surprise and reveal
Fuck.
that they're werewolves and they fucking kill her. No, I'm not kidding. That's how the story ends. Mrs. Spooner says, quote, you are werewolves. And the story explicitly states that those were her last words.
Yeah. They fully say, like, we ate this woman.
So thumb up. Yeah. I give this one It's fucking stupid and I love it.
If I may, a repulsive murderer has herself been repulsively and perhaps justifiably murdered. It was great. I loved it. A bold thumbs up.
And bits of sick.
Thumbs up. Huva Yolua.
Merry Christmas.
I thought it was indeed extremely stupid, and I was here for it the whole time. I was
Hell yeah.
When they fucking mention this is the Goosebumps thing. It's like when they mention a full moon every single time, I'm like, are they fucking werewolves?
They did very, very clearly mention the moon is coming up. Like
the full moon.
We're getting werewolves.
We're getting werewolves.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I was like, you can't. I have to describe. Takes finger into collar and pulls it to the side.
Hachi machi. Yeah, this was also the moral of the story is I guess it's okay to be a horrible piece of shit delinquent child if you are also a werewolf. Like
moral kill people who suck.
Yeah, be a werewolf if you can. It'll make your life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Spooner got forked.
Honestly, I'd like a twist on this where it's just like, I think a good moral for kids stories would be, hey, kids, sometimes it's justifiable to defend yourself. You can fight back.
You can kill people sometimes.
If some fucking person tries to fucking kill you and eat your corpse, maybe kill them and eat them first.
You can do a murder and a cannibalism sometimes.
That's the moral of the story. Do a murder.
Yeah.
Treat yourself. Merry Christmas. Give yourself the gift of killing someone else.
And eating them. Important.
And eating
Don't waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let any of that meat go to waste.
Yeah. Chuk Mung Zong Sing.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, that was good.
Thumbs up.
Chapter 7, Monster on Ice. All right. 12-year-old Max, do you like how I started every single one of my stories with 12-year-old?
Yeah. Yes.
12-year-old Max has a 6-year-old sister named Jessica who is constantly snooping through his stuff. They also look alike, to which Max says he doesn't see it at all. Quote, Jessica's a wimpy little girl. I'm a boy. I am 12 and I'm an athlete. Okay, dude. He's
Is he
also a
12?
mighty duck and he loves hockey. What was that?
Is he 12?
Let me check my notes.
Let's give a quick check.
Flip.
I was,
Scatter,
I was
scatter.
literally in post. I was going to add. Oh, let me check some of that. Hold on, let me
Maybe
ask.
it's in the other book. Maybe.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take your time.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. If I hit my desk too hard, like if I'm pretending to type shit, it does. Yep.
It plays a random sound effect. Papier mâché.
Pop.
Pop.
All right, I'm checking my notes. It says here, yes, 12 years old. Jessica's a wimpy little girl. I'm a boy. I am 12 and I'm an athlete. Okay, dude. He's also a mighty duck and loves hockey. Jessica's in Max's room yoinking his clothes to put on his dog named Stinker.
That sucks. That
stop
sucks
yoinking.
so much. I gotta say, naming your dog Stinker, that sucks.
Also, kid sister who keeps yoinking your shit. Get the fuck out of my room.
Stop
Fuck
yoinking
you.
it.
No
Quit
more
it.
yoinking.
Stop it. Get out of here.
This room is a no yoinking zone.
So she's promptly kicked out. Sometime later, it's Christmas morning, and Max gets new skates called Monster Skates that have the tagline, "Be a monster on the ice." Kind of like Chew 5 gum, I guess.
Yeah.
He heads out to play hockey with his friends, where his new skates seemingly give him superhuman powers at first, but slowly Max begins to lose his mind. You know, this reminds me a lot of Bird Lumps. It was something like that.
Batman?
Something like that. Something about like horror stories for kids. This is funny, right? Anyway, we're just kind of riffing. You know, we're professionals here. We just kind of riff. We're just kind of like, you know, yes and. That's a popular
Yes, and.
thing that
Yeah,
you know,
me
we
too.
do.
Bird lumps. is
Yeah.
blumps.
And you know
Blumps.
what, guys?
That's what it
you know
was.
what, guys? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I love
Carla
all of you
Christusena.
guys. And I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas. Unlike R.L. Stein, who I wish would do better. That would be a great gift from him. I'm cutting this out because I don't want him to be mad at me.
Not on Christmas.
Not my version
not on
of
Christmas.
My version of getting coal from Santa would be for R.L. Stein to call our podcast cringe. That would
Double
be
cringe.
that. Oh. I think I would just drop dead if he did
Yeah.
that. If I read that he said that about our podcast, I would just die.
He'd be like, it's not 6'7".
It's
That's what he would say.
I'm gonna keep waiting for Mario to add something because I think it's funny for him to constantly say and sigh.
I mean, I was gonna say,
Cool skates.
I was thinking about literally last night when we were out at dinner and our order numbers were 6, 7, and 8, and the waitress came up and said, "We got a 6, 7 here." And only I at the table had the courage to say, "We did it. We've made 6, 7." And Brandon, your face was like, "I don't know what that is."
I'm old.
I was like, "Thank God I was here, or we would seem so old."
I should have looked up and said, I'm old.
I was like, "Thank God I was here. If I wasn't, this table would be so embarrassing."
Cringe. Not just regular cringe.
6, 7.
Cringe.
I look up and I say, Hotline Bling.
That's you look up, yeah. There, yeah.
Watch hockey.
Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. You know what, Bob? I was just thinking how unfortunate it is that you got stuck with these 3 stories where 1 was really good and 2 were like not.
Yeah. It's fine. At least like Why I Hate Jack Frost was funny because of this weird Arizona hate.
Yeah.
But
It was YA Jack Frost.
Yeah.
So sorry, has he become a monster yet? I'm sorry.
Wait, is Why I Hate Jack Frost? Is that what they call bee love? What that one of those genre of stories?
Blove?
Boy love.
Blove.
Bee love?
Blove.
We already read the bee book.
Oh, okay. Goose bee.
Oh,
I'm cutting
man.
all of this out. Anyway,
Good. Good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So has
Merry
he become a
Christmas to
fucking,
you.
Has he become a monster
You know what,
yet?
motherfuckers? Merry Christmas. I'm editing this for you. That is my gift.
Merry Christmas
for you.
Merry Christmas.
I edited this for you because
thank
I love
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
Fericit.
Anyway, sorry to derail the part where he becomes a monster. Has he done that yet? Do that now.
Max heads out to play hockey with his friends, where his new skates seemingly give him superpowers at first. Haunted mask, anyone? But slowly Max begins to lose his mind. Haunted mask, anyone? He starts to become overly aggressive and growl a lot. Haunted mask, anyone? In addition to growing thick black fur, haunted mask, anyone? He realizes it's because of his skates or mask or haunted or a mask. So he rushes to take them off, haunted mask. And once he does, things go back to normal. He hides his skates away in the closet, hoping to never see them again. He heads back to his friends to apologize for being such a monster on the ice.
Whoa.
And when he comes back home, he hears growls coming from the closet. He worries Jessica put on the skates, but Jessica appears behind him and says she actually put the skates on Stinker.
What? No way.
Then the family is murdered by a monster dog with ice skates on the end.
And the lesson is, I guess, don't play hockey or whatever.
Don't let your sister like fuck with your shit or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a moral like.
No, it's don't
one.
play hockey. I'm committing to that.
Watch hockey. Yeah.
This one gets a fucking nothing for me, honestly. This is
Yeah.
a very nothing story, in my opinion.
Good evening, monsieur.
Yes. I remember Haunted Mask.
May I interest you in the haunted mask?
This feels like it was here because they had to have 10 stories.
Yep.
They're like, what if skates made you a monster or
Here's
something?
a short story I farted out.
Yeah, they farted this one out for sure.
Yeah, this one's a Goosebumps did it. Goosebumps already did it.
Indeed they did. Before Brandon tells us a tale of mystery and daring do, can we take a quick bio break?
Yeah, let's go let's go potty.
Let's all go potty, except for my dog. She will not be.
Let's go piss and shit.
Yay!
Merry
I'll be right back.
Don't let Jack Frost do anything to you.
Jack Frost
While you're-
nipping.
Don't Jack
At
Frost
my-
nipping at your nips.
Jack Frost sucking me off.
Jack Frost
sucking
on,
on
your
my dick.
Hello, I'm Jack Frost.
Hello.
Can I suck your dick?
I'm the network censor.
I'm not R.L. Stein. Let me suck your dick, please.
Hi, it's me, Jack Frost. What's that? Oh no!
He's just ice vampiring, hovering around your window, sucking at the window. We have to edit this part out.
Well, this is our. I've already said I'm taking a bio break. I've already stopped.
I'm
no
recording
longer-
just because, but
I'm not even on right now. This is
I'm recording because I hate myself.
right. I'm about to mute my microphone so I can take a piss.
All right, love
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Be bye. Merry Christmas.
I'm being recorded, probably. That was me talking to my dog. That was my chair. Don't tell anyone it's being nice to my dog. Don't you ever tell the secret that I love my dog. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. That's a picture. That's a picture of Curly, all right. Yeah. I like his plaid button-down shirt. That's
Do you
classic.
like my self-portrait?
It's a classic Curly fit. Drop your Curly fit, you know?
No, really, drop it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Kratzion Fericit. We're not even... Okay.
Oh, nice.
Goodbye. I'm R.L. Stein. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello.
I'm taking your wife with me.
I pissed on her. She's mine now.
Wow.
She belongs to me.
Brandon, lay on me a tale of bumps
Brandon,
and
lay
goose.
on me.
Lay on me a tale of goose and bumps.
It's so cold. Lay on me.
Give me your heat.
Give me your heat.
Give me your summaries of some short fiction.
All right, friends. All right, fellow prisoners. Here's the double dip horror. Twin girls Rachel and Winona have found an ice cream parlor that looks 100 years old, but you're going to have to wait a sec until I tell you how they look. They are identical twin girls with hazel eyes and long dark hair, with the same dark mole on their right arms. I hope you feel informed. Anyway, it was midnight, and the twins had arrived on a late flight. Arrived where, you ask? Hang on, I'm getting to that. They flew in around midnight on their way to the Ice Cream Cone Ski Lodge and were in an empty lobby, where they waited for a desk clerk to come check them in. The twins had come to this particular lodge because the coach of their school ski team had put up posters advertising for junior instructors to teach kids how to ski over winter break. You teach for 6 days, you ski for free on the 7th, free in sarcasm quotes, because the hill's always there, and you have to be 13 to qualify. The proud American tradition of child labor. Winona tells us, the reader, directly, that the pictures on the poster made the lodge look good. They had Double Dip Mountain, Banana Split, Whipped Cream Peak, and Coconut Sprinkles.
Names. I hate these names.
2 of them are not geographic features. Rachel saw the clerk and left to check in, while Winona waited with the bags. She studied the pink and white striped ceiling of the lobby, looking like a candy cane. She noticed the walls were decorated with murals of giant ice cream desserts, and she pined for a chocolate shake. You and me both. I thought this was going to be important. It's not. I guess it's just nice extraneous detail in a pretty short story. She felt something staring at her, someone staring at her, and cast her gaze to a 10-year-old boy on an overhead balcony in a yellow ski jacket. They exchanged salutationary waves. Rachel returned with the keys to room 313, which stood at the end of a peach-colored hallway. More extraneous detail I should have removed. The room had cotton candy pink walls and furniture. Even more detail. I hope you feel informed. Calling their parents, the twins learned they needed to meet Margot, head of the ski school, at 8 a.m. to begin their unpaid tour of duty. The twins agreed they were thirsty, and Winona went to the hall with an ice bucket to find the ice bucket. In a ubiquitous hotel ice dispenser, the lights at the end of the long, dark hallway had burned out. Nothing spooky here. On approach, she heard a loud crash that made her jump. It was the sound of ice cubes falling.
No!
The machine was close. She came to a dark alcove.
A machine for ice.
A machine for ice. She came to a dark alcove and found a large metal door, which she lifted up. She grabbed the big metal scoop and leaned to scoop her the ice. Then something slammed down on her back. She dropped headfirst into the machine. Her face hit the cold, wet floor of the ice machine. She scrambled around as the door closed above her and resisted with all her might as a shower of ice cubes bonked her head. Suddenly, the door gave way and she stumbled out. Who pushed me? She wondered. Ran back to the room, accused her sister. Rachel gasped at Winona's cold, wet, and indeed haggard self. That's it. In the shower, pondered Winona.
That's the whole story.
Yeah. She's like, who did it? That's the end. No, it's not. Okay, later, Winona and Rachel schemed. We can take turns being instructors while the other can ski for free. We will only do half of the unpaid child labor. It's going to be weird when the second twin shows up without knowing which names go to which face. But if you were a twin and you didn't do this shit constantly, you really fucking missed an opportunity. If I was an identical twin, I would have been doing this like basically all the time, as often as I could. The next morning, Rachel took the morning shift and left to meet Margot at Coconut Sprinkles, which is a geographic feature called Sprinkles. Winona headed for the ski lift at Banana Split and skied for free. Meeting at lunch, Rachel described the lesson and what each child did generally. I assumed that they have done this before and this was like a thing that they just knew how to do. She warned her specifically about a bratty child named Bobby Judd. Heading to the afternoon shift, Winona spotted Bobby Judd, of course the kid with a yellow parka from the first night. Before she could begin class properly, Bobby had skied off with her gloves. And Eno didn't like that. She's getting impatient. She's like, you're taking too long. Hurry up, bitch.
Come on.
Yeah. Come and get me, Rachel, he taunted. The other kids didn't look up, apparently used to his bullshit. Winona took the class to the top of Coconut Sprinkles, which was neatly split into 2 slopes, one of which was a bunny slope, the other of which was a double black diamond slope called Double Brownie Death Hellfucker 9000. This will not be important information for later. On the bunny slope, Bobby continued being a little prick. Winona continued teaching the class despite her freezing hands as Bobby taunted her. He threw the gloves in her face and demanded a private lesson. She agreed and told him to go ahead of her into the double black diamond whisper quiet high-speed spinning death slope. Bobby immediately raced into the chasm, shouting after that she could never catch him, and quickly disappeared from sight. Winona did not move, and the class stared at the tree line into which Bobby had disappeared. The group stood in the sudden silence on the icy slope. No one moved. Their breath streamed from them in wispy little clouds. For as long as you could count 20, there was neither sight nor sound from the despicable child. Then they heard a distant scream, the sound of a tree shaking free of its snow, and a disembodied human limb in yellow cloth briefly arced above the tree line. Thank God, one of the students muttered, and Winona resumed the lesson. Or did that happen? Did it?
Did it? Who can say?
I guess I have no choice but to tell you the truth. Winona refused Bobby the private lesson and continued teaching the class. One of the children... Yeah, damn. One of the children, Annie, practiced turning as she went down the bunny slope, but she did not stop turning and continued veering into the Widowmaker. Bobby started following her immediately. Winona shouted at Annie to put her weight on the other leg, and she fell. Bobby raced past her towards the drop-off, where he disappeared behind some trees. Winona called for another child to help Annie up and raced after Bobby at top speed. He was headed for the drop-off. He stuck out one of his skis in her path, and she crashed. Her skis flew off, and she began to slide down the slope uncontrollably toward the drop-off. Oh, fuck. She hit a tree and managed to wrap herself around it, inches from the edge. For a moment, she lay still. Then she tried to move, but was all tangled up. She began to plan exactly what she would do to Bobby when she got her hands on him.
Murder, I expect.
Worse, I expect. Torture. Yeah. Winona walked back up the hill with her skis under her arm, sporting a large bruise from where she hit the tree. Bobby laughed, I imagine like Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons. The rest of the class ignored him, and despite everything, Winona decided to ignore him also. That night, Rachel and Winona met in their room. Winona suggested that tomorrow they ought to both give him a private lesson in being a murder victim. Just kidding. They were going to instead fuck with his head by alternating hiding and skiing around him. At class the next day, Winona offered Bobby the private lesson at Banana Split. Bobby said yes, but said he wanted it at Double Dip Mountain. Winona protested that this was a black diamond for expert skiers only. Expiers, for short.
Expiers.
Somehow, she relented. Later, Winona told Rachel of the change in plans. Then she went to Double Dip to put this amazing plan into action. At the top of Double Dip, Winona told Bobby to wait while she skied ahead to make sure the path was clear, taking her time so Rachel could get into position. After Bobby was out of sight, she stopped, sidestepped up the path to take her own vantage point, and waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, but no one came. After a while, she returned to where she'd left Bobby, but there was nobody there. She called out, but nobody answered. The sun was going down. No, my perfect plan. My plan!
My dream?
Yeah. My bang bus. My dream? Yeah. Suddenly Rachel appeared. They had gotten confused about which peak they were going to meet at. Oops. But neither of them had seen Bobby, and they argued what to do next. They agreed Winona should ski down the mountain, while the other waited for Bobby up top. Reaching the bottom of the mountain, Wynon, that's what I've written here. Wynon, that's a different character, new character. Wynon Jin ran into the ski school to ask Margot if she had seen Bobby. Margot totally denied knowing who Bobby was and that he had ever been a student. Winona described him frantically. Margot's eyes widened and she put her hand to her mouth. And Margot said, Bobby Judd was my student in this class 10 years ago. He was just as you describe. Nothing bad happened to him here. Thought it would have been good if it did. The little prick. He works at a Walmart in town, I think. Still does, as far as I know. Oh, said Winona. That's weird. Yeah, said Margot. She sniffed before retrieving her hastily concealed blunt. You want a hit of this? Margot said.
Wow, that's an unexpected direction for this story to go. I believe
cool.
that happened.
Is that the first mention of drugs in an R.L. Stein Goosebumps book?
Weirdly,
yeah, I think so.
It could be. To us, anyway.
But that's not what happened. Margot's desk. Margot's desk.
Wait, it's not?
What?
No.
What did I read?
Uh-oh. Are we in the Twilight Zone?
Merry Christmas.
Wait, are we trapped in Christmas hell? Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. The tail is great.
Yeah.
It was still going for a sec.
Yeah.
But wait, somehow I got the wrong notes or imagine a great excuse right here. Margot's eyes widened and she put her hand to her mouth. And Margot said, "He hasn't been here for years." She hurried over to her desk, flipping through some drawers, and pulled out a black and white snapshot of Bobby. On the back was penciled Bobby Judd, 1954. Margot told Winona, "Bobby Judd skied here every winter. He came up with his father and identical twin brother Ricky." Uh-oh, can you feel the motion happening right here? There were twin daredevils. On their 10th birthday, they had a race on Double Dip. During the race, Bobby smashed into a tree and exploded. You saw his ghost. His what? Asked Twinon. Margot said Bobby's ghost misses racing with Ricky. At least that's what the old timers say. So Bobby's ghost tries to lure a skier to the top of Double Dip and races them down. Some of the skiers don't make it. That's pretty important information to withhold from your child ski instructor, says
weird.
Winona.
Yeah.
Margot said, "Yeah, well, I'm not a very considerate person." But wait, shouted Winona. My friend is up there right now. She's gonna get raced. I gotta go save her. Don't worry, said Margot. Bobby only goes after identical twins. The end. And let that be a lesson to you identical twins out there. Don't have amazing twin hijinks or Ghost Boy will ski you to death.
Yeah, I think that is the moral. Do not engage in twin hijinks. And boy, I gotta tell you, I had to very carefully say the words twin hijinks because it was hard not to say twink hijinks.
Don't have amazing twink hijinks.
Yeah, don't.
That's what R.L. Stein. No, I don't. I hate twink. I hate twink.
I think this, for a second, I thought this story was going on too long, but I actually think the payoff was good enough that I didn't mind it in the end.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I think this is
my favorite.
This is a strong thumbs up. I think this is one of the most pro Goosebumps stories we've read. That feels like an actual genuine piece of horror short fiction and not just story for kids. You know,
Yeah.
This is like a true actual ghost story, wintertime ghost story with a payoff on the twin thing that I think worked really well. I liked it. I think this is very good.
Yeah.
I love ghosts that are kind of trapped in doing the thing that killed them. That's kind of fun and cool and tragic. And I like the story too. Yeah, it's good.
I think quality wise, this might be the best one in the collection. Yeah, just on the whole. Yeah.
Yeah. None of them, I don't think really come close. This is my number one. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like the writer, whomever they were, really did care about all the little details and stuff.
Yeah.
But it also didn't terribly waste your time.
This could have been a full, honestly, it feels like this could have been a Fear Street story, but I am glad it was merely a short fiction piece.
The Jack Frost writer went on to write Fear Street.
Yes, and she also wrote Total Sexual Fitness for Women in 1981. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be healthy. Merry Christmas.
Running for Health and Beauty in 1977.
Merry Christmas indeed.
It's going to be a Merry Christmas
for women. Merry Christmas indeed.
And I'm an ally.
Next story.
Merry Sistmas? Sister?
Yeah, if you Merry Sistmas.
Merry Sistermas.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Christmas.
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the Merry Christmas.
Kegels, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Cysts.
Of the crap. Yep.
Of the crap. Next story.
Yes. Santa's helpers. Beth and Spencer were playing checkers on their living room floor. Their sister Diana asked to play the winner. Beth and Spencer refused, taking turns telling her only humans can play checkers, and Diana was from Mars. They high-fived. Yeah, fuck you, Diana.
Fuck you, Diana, you stupid piece of shit.
12-year-old Spencer tells us that he gets along very well with his 11-year-old sister Beth, and his favorite activity is messing with his 6-year-old sister Diana, whom he says looks nothing like the rest of the family. To demonstrate, Spencer put his arm around Diana and said softly, "There's a really good reason, actually, that we never play with you. Do you really want to hear it?" Diana's eyes opened wide and she nodded. "I don't really know how to tell you this, but you're not really our sister," Diana gasped, and Spencer and Beth continued to torment her. "You weren't born," they kidded. "You were hatched," Diana protested.
No way.
I thought this was going somewhere. You'll have to wait and hear to find out. Spencer realized they needed to go sledding, so they got on their bright red and green cheap snowsuits, which sucked because Mom bought them on sale, and also they were ugly, and they were bright red and green with green fur. They went to the front door, where they encountered Mom. Mom told the elder siblings to take their sister sledding with them, and they protested.
No, you shut the fuck up, Mom.
Mom. Diana argued this was proof that she was their sister, as Mom had called her such. Spencer argued that this was false and listed several physical attributes that separated her from the whole family. The family was universally of red hair, green eyes, and short. Diana had black hair, brown eyes, and was really tall for her age. They argued a bit more before fucking off to the sled hill. There they met a friend named Ted, and Spencer, Beth, Diana all went down the hill together. Wow, I guess they patched things up. They had a nice sled. But at the bottom of the hill, Spencer ordered Diana to pull the two of them back up the hill like a pack mule. She actually managed to do this somehow, and protested that her hands hurt.
How. Just believe. Just believe.
I thought it was because she's going to be a monster. I guess you're going to wait to have to find out. You're at the edge of seat. Beth and Spencer jumped back on the sled and sledded once more without Diana, the odious shitheads left without her. When they returned to the top, Diana shouted that they were going to have a horrible Christmas because Santa isn't going to bring them any presents. The despicable duo retorted that Santa isn't real, and they went back and forth for a little bit, whatever. Friend Ted said, I think there is a Santa Claus because you two sure look like elves, pointing at their shitty snowsuits. Beth and Spencer glared at him. Their fate, however, unbeknownst to them, without their knowledge and unknown way, was sealed. Their mom came to pick up Diana, but let the two elder shitheads continue sledding, which they did, racing down the hill till it got dark. When it came time for the final run, Beth and Spencer went down too fast on account of the hill becoming compacted and icy. Beth shouted for Spencer to slow down. They were headed for the woods, the ultimate breaks. Spencer tried pulling the rope and digging his feet into the snow, to no avail. Turn, turn, shouted Beth, but it was too late. The sled smacked into tree, and they tumbled into the snow. As Beth started to complain, a big net fell over them. As they cried out in shock and surprise, they saw 4 small men through the holes of the net. These descriptions make you always brush up on full life consequences.
Every single time I'm stopping myself from saying it.
My brother.
Full life consequence. Also tiny net.
Yeah. They came to the top of hill. Ignoring their protests, the small men tossed the children into a big red bag. We can't see in here. It's too dark, they protested, and that is the only problem with this predicament. When they were finally released from the dark bag, the two stepped out into a large space, larger than an airplane hangar. The high walls were lined with anachronistic toys like dolls, trucks, and trains. Wow, a toy workshop, they exclaimed. But they were also little men testing video games, tightening the graphics on level 5, tweaking the video compression engine for Night Trap, Were these some kind of elves in a Santa workshop? The children shouted they wanted to go home, and an elf said, Home! That's a good one! The elves grabbed them and pushed them into a small room lit by a blazing fire and a stone hearth. In the center was a... What?
It's a good impression.
It's just a good.
It's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
In
one
the center-
just talking right next to me. It was crazy.
He was in the room with me. That's what elves sound like.
Yeah.
I'm an elf. Santa, check out my train. I made a game for you, Santa.
Do you think that elves also get do they have to go to school to determine what they make? Do you think that they had ads for
specialties
for video game college ads, where it's we got to tighten up the graphics on level 2, and they're yeah, I can't wait to design video games for Santa, and Santa's pump out another fucking Call of Duty, you stupid piece of shit.
I presume that how elves are made is that Santa does something I won't describe into a big genetic re-encoding machine, and they come out with literally warped creatures with hands that are specialized for certain toys.
See, the more you say that, the more I realize this is a Hideo Kojima situation. That you're describing exactly what happens with Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions.
Yeah.
He jerks off into a giant vat, and then a bunch of little clones of him are spit out, and they all work on his games.
Yeah, that would probably be good. But how do they determine which is the superior Kojima? Do they have to fight?
Whichever
I don't think they would fight.
One is not ashamed of their words and deeds.
I think the way that they establish a hierarchy in Hideo Kojima's let's call it a freak fest,
A freak off.
Yeah, is that
God.
it's
no.
whoever's glasses are the cleanest. Yeah, and his are not only impeccably clean, but they shine with a light source even in total darkness.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Like Gendo Akari.
Just like Gendo Akari.
Yeah, he is the Gendo. Santa and Santa and Hideo Kojima are the Gendo.
I want Santa with the glasses like Gendo Akari with like the nerve.
Get on my sleigh tonight.
Elf, get in the sleigh.
Yeah. So the children have been shoved into a small room with a blazing fire and a stone hearth, and in the center was a desk and a large man in a red suit with a big belly, white beard, and so forth. And he sat. It was motherfucking Santa Claus. The elves announced, "Here were the slaves that escaped. I mean, the elves." Santa peered over his bifocals.
"How could you leave here the day before Christmas? You know how busy we are."
The children stood in shocked silence.
"Put them on double work duty. You two elves will work 18-hour shifts for the next 5 years."
What a monster.
Absolutely horrible.
But you don't exist, Beth stammered.
"That's just what we tell people to keep people from snooping around," Santa said. "We've got fucking plants in the CIA spreading misinfo. You know, real advanced war game shit."
Santa leaned to the side in his chair and ripped a huge Christmas fart.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Also, I like the what's his name? The fucking voice you got going on is very
Jesse Ventura?
Jesse Ventura, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I was kind of thinking a little bit of
We got plants in the CIA.
of a grundlier. What's his name?
Grundle? Don't sit on the grundle.
Don't sit on the grundle. You don't do it.
Don't do it. It's a way worse situation than
You're
the
gonna
grundle.
want to sit on it, but don't do it. Just don't sit on the grundle.
Oh my god,
Dog, I told you about the grundle.
I told you about the grundle, dog.
But we aren't elves. We have a family back in Ohio, the children protested. Santa pushed his chair back and stood. He crossed his arms behind his back and walked up to them. What was the...
"You look like elves."
I can't... I've already lost it. I forgot
You
what I
look
was
like
doing.
elves.
"You look like elves,"
He said.
"Dress like elves. I'm convinced already. Stop fucking with my head and get back to work. You can have a 2-day vacation 5 years from now if you work hard."
An elf grabbed their wrists and attempted to leave the children to their slave labor stations. Spencer broke free and ran up to Santa. Without hesitation, Santa wheeled 2 steps back, pulled out a Glock from his waistband, and put Spencer down with 4 quick shots. No one moved or spoke for a moment.
"You all saw he was rushing me,"
Said Santa, breathing hard.
"He was going to stab me with a sharpened candy cane or some shit. Woo, what a rush."
Santa said, then leaned his face against the desk and snorted a line of powdered sugar. He stood up, pounded his heart with his fist, and said, "God
"Damn, Kringle. Fuck, I love Christmas."
Woo!" He jogged in place for a moment,
Merry
gun still in
Christmas.
hand,
Merry
and
Christmas.
did a little dance. Then he stopped abruptly and turned to Beth.
"How about you? You want to try me too?"
It's a
What
beautiful
actually
story.
happened was that the mob boss feeling is impossible. It's where your mind goes first. What actually happened was that Spencer ran up to the big man. He shouted he could prove they're not elves, and Santa said he would give them one chance. We cut to a scene in their front yard in Ohio. Diana was shoveling snow on the front steps. Diana, they shouted. "Diana, tell them who we are. Tell them you're our sister." Diana said, "But you always told me I'm not your sister, not from your family." "Diana, this is no time for jokes," they said. "It is un-American for people to experience the consequences of their actions." The elf told Beth and Spencer, "You two elves are the worst liars I've ever met." And they were shoved into the bag, begging Diana for release. She shouted a Merry Christmas after them and told them to tell Santa that she had been good that year. The end. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Moral of this story is, I guess, don't be a horrible piece of shit. Just don't.
Yeah, don't torment your maybe adopted daughter, child, sister.
Daughter?
Just
One of
don't
them.
be assholes. Just
Yeah, just
I mean,
I
I
feel like
hated I hated these children deeply. These were awful
Yeah.
children.
yeah,
Yeah,
these,
terrible.
like the whole getting the 6-year-old to pull them up the fucking hill and then
Villainous evil.
immediately ditch her. Like,
Well,
bruh, what?
all their
No,
fucking,
fuck
you're not our
these
sister,
kids.
you're not our sister, you're not our sister. I was
Yeah,
like, man, this is
that's
so mean.
horrible.
This is going to fuck up this kid for life, what you're
Yeah.
doing right now.
You know what's fucked up? I think this comes from a real place, though. I think this actually happened to the writer. I seriously, like, kids are shitty
And kids are
in
shitty.
such particular ways. Like,
Yeah.
this feels real.
I mean, kids have certainly done this exact kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Not
Yeah.
framing them as elves and sending the word for Santa, but certainly the tormenting part, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking specifically about the you're not you're adopted, and you know that whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I thought that the little going to Santa bit was fun. I thought this was good. I didn't like these kids. I didn't like any of the time we spent with them because
No,
they suck.
hated them.
But you know, I'm glad that the S man showed up for real. Like, and
Was a monster.
yeah, was what he would be, a tyrant.
I
Kind of stupid. Yeah.
I think this is a thumbs up for me tentatively. That's what I think.
I can
That's
see
what I
it.
think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not an enthusiastic one,
Yeah.
but it is, you know.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'll do the same. I'll back
I
you
give
up.
I give it, and I can't believe I haven't done the Japanese one yet. Meri kurisimasu.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merker.
Christmas.
Merker.
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 You got one more left. Can you do it?
I got one more in the tank.
I believe
do
you
it.
can because I listened to this and I still don't remember anything that happens in it.
Well, let me educate you then.
Yeah.
Attack of the Christmas Present.
Yes.
Jack has an older brother named Doug and a cool uncle named Billy who is fun and gives nice presents.
Yes.
One year, he gave Jack a dinosaur egg. Once, he gave him a carved scarab from Egypt.
Neato.
Sorry, I was waiting for a burp that never came.
Oh.
The day before Christmas, Doug and Jack were playing checkers. Checkers features heavily. Jack was impatient, as Doug liked to take his time planning out moves, like some kind of guy playing a strategic board game. What a shithead. As Doug tried to engage with the mechanics of the game, a car pulled up and Uncle Billy entered with his luggage. The children awoke at 7 a.m. on Christmas morning. Mom passed out the gifts, and Jack glumly noted that from his pile that the skateboard he wanted was not in the cards this year. At least Uncle Billy's present would be interesting. Jack opened some clothes, which sucked. He also got a Walkman, a bunch of CDs, some excellent basketball shoes, and a computer game called Troll's Bane. Not bad, Jack. Finally, he opened Uncle Billy's present. It was a spooky wooden mask with long fangs and 3 eyes and a wild mane of red and white horsehair. Oh no, are we doing Haunted Mask again? Please, no! Uncle Stein, no!
No.
Hello.
Uncle Billy.
Deal with it.
Hello. It's the third time. I'm going to
Hello.
write this fucking story 5 times.
I'll write it again and again and again.
Merry
I'll write
Christmas.
it again.
And if you don't shut up, I'll write it again. Uncle Billy said, "It's a cursed mask. It kind of sticks to your face and makes you go insane or something." Oh, said Jack. Well, I don't really want to do that.
Wait a minute. Did I already write this?
Yeah, yeah said
I'm
Uncle
having
Billy.
deja vu.
I was kind of out of ideas this year. Jack threw the mask in the fire, and a little green wisp of smoke rose out of the mask, screamed, and went up the flue. Everyone stared into the fireplace and were sort of nonplussed. The end.
Cool.
Yeah, that was quick.
That could be what happened. I mean, possible.
Yeah. What actually happened was that Jack watched his brother Doug open his presents. He also did this slowly and considerately and annoyingly. He even folded up the wrapping paper. What a freak.
Loser.
Loser. What a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
When he finally opened Uncle Billy's gift, it was a box with Japanese writing and a tag on it which read in English, "Robot Tag." He could see it was an action figure. Although Jack and Doug didn't play with action figures anymore, it looked so cool that he immediately wanted it. Jack could tell Doug didn't really like it. For the first time, Uncle Billy had gotten them both something that sucked. They trooped into the kitchen. Trooped with disappointment? Such a hard life you guys have. What'd you get Uncle Billy?
Yeah, what's he get? What does the cool uncle that you love so much get from you?
He gets their hatred.
A fucking tie?
They took the toys up to their rooms. Doug was eyeing the mask and offered to trade. Jack happily agreed. Upstairs in his room, Jack opened the box containing Robot Tag and caused it to lose most of its value by actually playing with the toy, the horror. He staged a fight with some old superhero figures he pulled out of his closet. What fell out was this. Robot Tag had overheard the Red Power Ranger I'm going to say that again. Robot Tag had overheard the Red Power Ranger Merry Christmas, bad-mouthing Superman to the Human Torch, Merry Christmas, making fun of his super suit by calling it super underwear, Merry Christmas. Superman overheard this and called Red Power Ranger a duty head, and the two began pushing each other. Robot Tag attempted to break up the confrontation, but before he could even finish talking, Red Power Ranger threw a punch, which Robot Tag dodged with his super speed, one of his many abilities. This drew the attention of all the other superheroes in the lunchroom because they were all at Jack's school, except the school was in space. And also there was an RC car with no batteries in it that also went to the school, and his name was Steve. And then Robot Tag did a big backflip and entered action mode. That's when things got really intense.
Cool.
This is also possible. Again, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
I'll save you a lot of description just to say that despite defending Superman and being friends with several of the other students / superheroes, all of them turned to fight Robot Tag and were all soundly defeated when he went Super Saiyan 2. Jack put the victor on the top of his dresser and went to bed. Just after drifting off to sleep, Jack heard a thump, and he turned on his lamp and found Robot Tag lying on the floor. He must have fallen. Jack left him there and turned the light out. He heard more little tapping noises and reached for the light again. The light revealed that Robot Tag was still lying on his side, but seemed to be a few inches closer to the bed. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Jack was getting a little freaked out, but scolded himself and reasoned that toys don't come to life. He turned off the light, but laid awake. When he heard the tapping again, he turned on the light. Robot Tag was standing up, only a few feet from the bed. OHMYGOD. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry.
Mer.
Merry Christmas. That would have been the sound of him skiing. I mean, I think that literally is the sound of him screaming after he skis off of the cliff.
Yes, quite literally.
That is the most Christmas scream you could possibly come up with. Merry
Honestly,
Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Jack screamed. And the action figure moved towards the bed. Maybe it was just a function of the toy, and there was a switch or something. He thought to pick up the toy and look for the evil switch to switch it to good, but instead chickened out, jumped out of the bed, and ran into Doug's room without even knocking. Doug looked up from a book and glared at him, demanding to know what Jack wanted. Jack told him Robot Tag was alive, that they had, and then they had the whole incredulosity argument. But finally, Jack pulled him along to see the toy. Of course, the toy was motionless on the floor. Doug picked up the toy and examined it. There was no on-off switch. Doug said, "If this is your way of telling me you want to trade back, forget it. Now go to sleep." He left. Jack put Robot Tag in the closet and waited for a long time listening before drifting off to sleep. When he woke up, Robot Tag was standing on the dresser. Fuck! Had Doug put him there? Jack picked up the toy and examined him. The face looked mean. The spikes around the joints looked too sharp for a toy. He threw the toy back in the closet and ran downstairs to do wholesome kid activities. After a day of, just general kid stuff, and checking out other kids' Christmas presents, Jack returned to his room to find Robot Tag standing in the middle of the floor.
Intriguing.
It raised one arm. The fingers opened and closed. Then the spikes around his neck, elbows, waist, and knees started spinning around like tiny biting saw blades. Fuck! His faceplate flipped up, and he gnashed his sharp teeth at Jack. Jack decided he was never going back in that room.
And nor would I.
But his plan to slam the door and move to a different state was foiled by the super speed of the little robot. Thoughts?
Cool robot? Yeah.
Yeah. The best
Some
Christmas
of the best
present.
toys are robots.
Some of my best toys are robots.
I forget which story it was, but there was talk of I think it might have been this one, but there was talk of articulation. One of the kids was like, "Oh yeah, this toy is really cool because it's got like all these parts of it can move around and they can rotate and stuff." And I was like, "That honestly relatable." Yes. One of the things that I loved about the best toys I ever had were like ones that had major, like tons of articulation on them.
Well, that was a sign of a good toy for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah.
If you remember do you remember the first? This is let's get fucking real here. Do you remember the first wave of Dragon Ball Z toys that came to the US?
No.
That had literally no
Ugh.
Like they
throw it in the garbage. That's not even a toy.
Arms, their arms could move up and down, and that was it. That was it.
It's bullshit.
It was so bad. Oh my god, it was bad. I had to sell, and it was terrible.
It reminds me of the some of the original TMNT toys, but those kept getting better. Do you remember the ones that transformed into baby turtles?
I had the ones that fired pizza from like a pizza launcher. I also had their Halloween ones, and a couple of the medieval ones. But no, I do not remember ones that turned into baby turtles.
I had
I remember them though. I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. Because their legs would like rotate up and in. I remember specifically how to like transform those. They were like those transformers. There were also ones that were like robots. Those were really like cool because they were like shiny. They had like little shiny pieces on them. But yeah, there were tons of different ones. The original ones didn't have very many points of articulation, but then the ones for the movie were like rubber, and you could like really move them around. It was fucking sick. Anyway,
I had almost exclusively, as far as I remember, mostly action figures that didn't articulate at all. They were just like straight figures. So in the fights that they had, there was an awful lot of headbutting. Where they literally launched their entire bodies with their arms, straight out to the side and legs in like standing pose into each other. That was a lot of fights.
Here's a practical question on that subject. Did you? Because I had a lot of action figures as a kid. Because I had a lot of older relatives and therefore was frequently spoiled. Let's put it that way. And this has colored my life forever. Right? I'm a monster. And just a nightmare to know.
Yeah, goes without saying.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Did you? I certainly. Towards the end of my time with action figures, which I would put at some time in grade school. Right. I don't know when. Some point in grade school, because at some point, obviously, video games became just obviously better than what you could do with action figures, but you couldn't make people kiss in video games yet. So there were some uses for action figures. Anyway, did you ever mix franchises with action figures?
I had like 10 action figures, so yeah, I had to.
Because I would
definitely did.
Towards the end, I would just dump every action figure I had out and turn my living room into like a giant war zone where elaborate plots were taking place. Gundam-esque war stories are taking place with Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. And
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think everyone did that.
Okay, good. I just didn't know if I was like, I didn't know to what level of autistic I was. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think. Well,
I'm being
I
facetious. I'm being facetious.
Sure.
I didn't know how I truly did not know how universal that was. Probably less universal to have like 100 figures sitting around a room in different battle zones that I mean, I guess that's just Warhammer, huh?
Yeah, true. You're being facetious. I'm being fallacious. Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
I was in an unusual position where like I had an older brother that was 4 years older than me, and he had received a lot of toys and stuff. But like by the time like me and my little brother had come up, we just had like a lot of the hand-me-down type stuff.
Yep.
And so we had like loads of like kind of damaged ones and pieces of them. Like
pieces
I think we had like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bus, but I don't think any of the action figures were even around anymore.
As we all know, I had the Spawnmobile, just to brag a little bit on that one.
We had a buttload of like toy cars and stuff like that. And I do remember getting one of the like the big deal Power Rangers ones from the year that they were hard to find and expensive and shit like that.
The Megazord?
I think I got the blue Power Ranger.
Oh, one of the big ones? Those
the big ones.
Yeah. I had
oh man.
I had which monster did I have? Power. I'm gonna look it up.
While you do that, I got the one of my favorite toys was the Megazord for the Ninja Power Rangers, where they were like dragon, like the red dragon. The Red Ranger
I remember that one.
Dragon.
That was the season 2 where they had to use a different series. It was the one with the White Ranger.
That was so fucking cool. But probably the coolest was the Green Ranger's what was it called? The Dragon Zord?
The Dragon Zord.
Yeah. My God, the Green Ranger was so fucking cool, and then they turned him into a White Ranger, and he was
even cooler. I had his dagger from that. Ah, man, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely found the series that these toys came from, but I can't find. Let me see. Power Rangers Season 1 figures. There was like a fish monster one. I had the giant pig head.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yep. That was one of the first episodes, wasn't it?
It was very early. I definitely had that one.
I remember. That one was in the intro. I think.
I had Ecliptor from Power Rangers in Space. I had the pirate from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. That figure. That guy's
I didn't
dope.
make it to those. I think I dropped out shortly after the movie, the Ninja movie.
I mean, that's very fair. I watched it because it was on Saturday mornings, but my desire for action figures really aligns to my now life, where I see a cool monster and think that's dope as hell. You know what I mean? I saw this guy and I was like, yeah. Yes. Yeah, he's a boat man. He's a boat pirate.
Mario has just posted a picture
here's
of
the
the boatman
figure.
pirate thing.
This
it looks like the Death Star, but if you super glued a bunch of fucking weird shit to it.
This guy's missing his hook hand or whatever, but I had this exact toy.
It's kind of a G Gundam.
Captain Mutiny was his name in English. Also, look at
my
this fucking guy. Look
you
at this guy.
just reminded me.
I had
one
this
of my
one as well.
favorite fucking toys when I was growing up. That guy's sick. Kind of looks like a Doom character.
A little bit. I mean, how could I not, right? You see that and you're like, well, I gotta buy that. You gotta buy that.
The fucking Thundercats toys they made were so fucking sick. And
I didn't have any.
The Thundercat, what was it called? The Thundercat mobile? The Thundermobile or Thundercat? I forget what it was called. The Thundercat?
Oh, yes. Panthro's car.
Yeah, Panthro's, the thing that required a Samoflange.
Oh man, this
it was the Thunder Tank.
Thunder Tank.
Oh
my God, that thing was so cool.
There was a place I went to that had a Panthro figure amongst its toy box, and I was very into that, but I never had a Thundercats toy. What a shame. My life I was so deprived.
Yeah, those were sick. But yeah, I never grew out of I still to this day appreciate a good figurine. Some of the I've got a couple behind me. If I had my cam on, you would see.
I appreciate a good figure. I don't have any more action figures. I no longer
No, not like that. But
listener, please know. please know that now I spend my money on non-posable statues of things.
Listener, please know I ain't about that shit. I got a fully posable pyramid head behind me.
I found the
fucking looks sick.
guy.
Figma make such cool shit, dude.
Okay, the thing I had, and this is a shame because I didn't even know the evil Sphinx monster was one of them, because I would have friggin' loved that. But I had the pink and white fish guy in the background of this photo, and I loved that little thing. He looks a little bit like a gremlin. Oh, shit!
The yellow blue Egyptian dude in the top
so
left.
So cool.
I had him.
I also had this armadillo looking guy in the top left.
Oh, yep. Oh my God, the bottom left and top right. All these characters are bringing back so many fucking memories.
And Lord Zed, of course.
Lord Zed is
I may have
really
had
cool.
that Lord Zed. I may have had a smaller Lord Zed.
Lord Zed is such a cool design.
Amazing. And shockingly made for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not taken from Japan, not taken from Super Sentai. Unbelievably.
Just a crazy good looking character.
Yeah, excellent. Wow, we really derailed this conversation about this Christmas present.
Fuck it.
I mean, I don't mean to suggest with my earlier reticence that I was deprived. It's by that point, I'm pretty sure that my parents had realized that it was much more effective to get us video games to distract us.
That's true.
Than infinite plastic trash. And obviously, I also preferred the video games.
Well, your parents were also and are also vexing in many ways.
Vexatious.
I
hesitated to tell a story. The reason that the Human Torch showed up in the action fight was because, long story short, I nearly blinded my little brother with the Human Torch. I think it was like a Happy Meal type figurine, because at night we were throwing it back and forth between our beds. We shared a room at that time, and it managed to go into his eye at one of the tosses, and I was my hide was tanned, and he was ultimately fine, but it was a traumatic thing. The Human Torch, little Happy Meal Human
You'll never
Torch,
look at
not
him
safe
the
for
same.
kids. No.
Do you want to know something insane, Brandon?
What's that?
Almost the exact same thing happened to me and my brother.
Whoa.
Oh,
We were playing in the basement of I think I was like 10-ish, and he was like 8, around there. And we had just got toys. I think it was a TMNT toy, and I had taken the plastic off, but you know how they had this big thing of like cardboard underneath it.
mhm.
And so I had taken it off, and we were like excitedly jumping up and down in the basement. And for some reason, I threw it, and it went directly into my brother's eye.
Oof.
And it hit him. He starts screaming. I go upstairs. Everyone's like, "What the hell is happening?" We take him to the hospital. Yeah, it fucked up his eye a little bit, and yeah, I think it healed since then. But yeah, no, exact same thing, dude. Like right
Holy
into his
shit.
eye. I don't know why.
I have
But-
no siblings to whom I could throw an object and therefore ruin their eyes. So alas, I can't share.
Was it your elder or younger sibling?
I am the oldest, so it was
Oh.
my younger. And when you were talking about like receiving hand-me-down toys, like that was me giving all of my toys. I actually, in a school, we made for home ec, we made little bags, and I made a big one for all of my toys. And I remember just leaving it for them when I left home at one point, and they just inherited all of them. I go over there sometimes and I see it on occasion, and yeah, my one of my brothers, my youngest brother, has a bunch of the old toys that I used to have like on his shelf, on his little as decorations, and it's like, oh, they're still getting use. That's cool.
Yeah. We just went and said a lot of stuff. You would think that would have come up a little earlier in the episode. Anyway, the robot kills him.
I figured it'd come up when I prompted the Christmas memories, but we got there in the end. Look at that. We circled back. We got it.
It's true.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just over here looking at Figmas, and goddamn, these anime ladies have the biggest titties I've ever seen.
Do you know how the hardest thing?
Anatomically, like Mario, you should look at these.
The hardest thing about buying figures, as I do, is like I have to do the over under on like, okay, is this figure, how horny is this figure? And
Honestly, yeah. Like I look for Evangelion Figmas because one of my
Yeah,
favorite
right?
toys that my brother took was I had a couple different ones. I had a completely like almost entirely like all down to the like ball joints. If they got the ball joints, those are fucking awesome.
mhm.
And I had Ava Unit 1, Unit 2, and the what were they called? The clones, the white ones, the mass produced Ava units, and Bardial. I had all of those, and they were the fully posable ones. I got them at like anime conventions.
That's pretty sick.
And
Yeah.
they're sitting on his shelf, my brother's shelf.
But you
so.
got to be careful about those figures, though. Yeah, because then you get a figure of Rey with
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. I'm
Did I
looking at
tell-
a couple right now.
Did I
Haha,
tell this
whoa.
story? Did I tell this story in the podcast? Here, this is a great aside. I guess last month, maybe a month before that, we were playing Darkstalkers, and I lamented that the last one was in Japan, or the first one was in Japan. I saw a Lele or a Hisenko figure, a noodle stopper figure, like seated character from Darkstalkers. I lamented I didn't buy that, and it has plagued me since the time that I didn't buy it because I never saw it again. And so I went on eBay and I broke down and I bought it. And then I got an email from FedEx that said your package has been delayed because of a non-disclosure of toxic chemicals or something like that. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck this means. They're like, you need to fill this out, and we need to ship. And then the shipper has to fill this out, and the shipper is from Japan. And I was like, so this isn't gonna work. So I called FedEx. I was like, what is this? What are you talking about? And they're like, well, you need to fill this form out. I'm like, I understand that, but I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know what the toxic chemical you're referring to is. I couldn't possibly fill this form out because I have no answer to this question. So then this person began asking me a lot of questions. All right. And the questions they asked were first normal question: what is it this thing's shipped? I'm like, well, it's like a figure, it's like a statuette, right?
Yep.
Okay, what's it of? And I was like, what's it of? Yeah, what is it? It's
Do you like anime?
I was like, it's a character from the video game Darkstalkers, produced by Capcom. I was like, I was just thinking as this conversation was happening, as I had to belaboredly, is that a word? I don't know. As I had to laboriously describe the figure I had just purchased, right? I was thinking, thank God I am not a person who has purchased ever any massively horny figure, because if I had to have this conversation with an actual person over the phone where I said, well, it's a nearly fully nude cow
She's
woman.
looking a little flustered.
Yeah, I was like, thank Christ. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus, God. Thank you, Christian. Merry Christmas, God.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's funny because I'm looking for the Ava units that I got, and I'm not finding any of them. And because I'm typing in Figma Ava Evangelion, and I'm just getting like the horniest fucking statuettes I've ever goddamn seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is,
It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Figma.
Woo.
Figma balls.
Figma balls.
Got him.
Got him.
Have you seen the Godzilla? That is the color of both Ava Unit 1 and Ava Unit 2.
I have.
I've had that on my wish list for fucking years, dude. I want it so bad, but it's just too much money. I can't. I don't. It's a bad idea. I shouldn't, but I want to, but I shouldn't.
It's hard. It's hard. Hey,
I built a Gundam once. Anyway, moving
a
on.
Gunpla.
Is that a Gunpla?
A Gunpla is the building thing. If you build one, it's a Gunpla.
If you build one, they will Gunpla.
They will Gunpla. Hey, speaking of building and things that are difficult.
that's right. I have a Pochita plush on my desk.
You do.
It's great. I love him. He's such a good guy.
Tell us about this fuck. Finish it.
Tell us about this fuck.
Finish the fight, Brandon. You gotta finish the fight.
It is so funny that we stopped where we stopped. Because the little robot kills the kid the end.
Perfect. Nailed it.
And that's the end of the book.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? I feel like
I'm joking.
Oh.
There's more. Okay. It would be very funny. We are, however, one paragraph from the end.
Okay.
This one actually has a cute ending.
Yes.
It's cute. I said tee-hee.
Tee-hee. I said, yeah, we. I said, Medi Kurisumasu. Kurisumasu.
Medi
Yeah, okay.
Kurisumasu.
Yeah. Then the spikes around. Okay. After a day of checking out other kids' Christmas presents, Jack returned to his room to find Robot Tag standing on the middle of the floor. It raised one arm. The fingers opened and closed. Then the spikes around his neck, elbows, waist, and knees started spinning around like tiny biting saw blades. His faceplate opened up, and he gnashed his sharp teeth at Jack. Jack decided he was never going back in that room, but his plan to slam the door and move to a different state was foiled by the super speed of the little robot, the aforementioned super speed, one of his many powers. The robot ran into the hallway and menaced Jack, who darted around him and back into the room, slamming the door behind him. He rifled his closet for a weapon and decided on a hockey stick. Turning around just in time to see wood shavings flying from under the door, he was drilling his way in. Robot Tag emerged from the hole, and Jack attempted to hit him with the stick. Robot Tag intercepted the stick in mid-swing and used his super strength to break off pieces of the stick. Fuck! Jack leapt over him. Robot Tag, opened the door and ran downstairs. He heard the toy in hot pursuit and saw it sliding down the banister after him. Cool. Jack tripped on the living room rug and knew he was undone. Robot Tag grabbed him with his little claws. Jack took out his pocket watch, his grandfather's pocket watch, looked at it for a moment, then smashed it on a nearby stone. Tell the other kids that I died bravely. Don't let them know I pissed my pants and screamed like a little girl. Robot Tag stood there stunned. Jack pulled out another pocket watch and smashed it on a nearby stone. That one's for the detective to establish time of death. Robot Tag looked on. Jack took out another pocket watch, but saw that it was already broken and tossed it away before retrieving another pocket watch, which he smashed on a nearby stone. That one's just for me. It's kind of satisfying. Then Jack closed his eyes, gritted his teeth, and waited for his agonizing death. Then he felt a hand slap his shoulder. Jack opened his eyes to see the robot grinning. Tag, he said, you're it.
Teehee.
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 Teehee. Teehee.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's cute.
Thumbs up.
Thumb up.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry
Thumbs
Chrysler.
up. Thumbs up, even though I forgot about it. Thumbs up.
Merry Chrysler.
I forgot about it. Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
We are all children of Jesus.
We did it. We made it through.
We made it. Yay.
Shall we review the whole thing as a whole?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I was going to say restored my faith in
Goobum.
humanity.
Oh.
Well, Goosebumps,
And Real
yes.
Stein.
In Real Stein. After a bad book, this was very nice.
After the baddest book.
The baddest book, this was very nice.
Yes. It reminded me why I like Goosebumps in the first place.
Yeah.
Because it's like kind of a, tongue in cheek. I said it before, I'll say it again. When Goosebumps is like firing on all cylinders, it gives kind of the vibes of like a scary stories to tell in the dark mixed with kind of a adventure story. Like it's horror but fun. It's making it approachable, and interesting, and a little bit M. Night Shyamalan-y. And that's why I like the Double Dip short story so much. It's like really that's what I always thought of when I thought of Goosebumps and R.L. Stein.
In many ways, it's the platonic ideal of a Goosebumps story.
This is what they should be.
Honestly,
this
yes.
It's just so much better.
If the books were this short, if they were just like 3, 4, 5 chapters, I think Goosebumps on the whole would be made better.
Yeah.
Yes.
This gives me hope for the like continued possible goodness of the choose your own adventure ones, since they're like that they have to be like kind of succinct, like, or they have to have shorter bits like that.
Yeah, we should definitely do I think it would be cool to do like a live stream of those. I have a couple ideas on how to approach those, but I really do like the actual play, like kind of approach to those. But we'll talk about that later. Those are fun. I remember the first couple of them, and I remember being enthralled by them, being like, "Whoa, you could do this!" Game books are neat.
They are.
Do you guys have a Christmas themed review
Merry Christmas
of this book? I can start.
Okay.
Yeah. Jingle bell, jingle bell, fuck.
All right.
Did he
Great.
fall out of his chair?
It's a good review.
Oh,
God damn it.
I think you broke it.
I think I sat on the Gronk.
Oh no.
Shit. Well,
he's got those hungry lips.
You want my Christmas review? I give it 2.5 hoes out of 3.
nice.
Nice. Ho.
It
ho,
would
ho.
be.
Oh, yeah. Ho.
Ho,
Ho.
ho.
I give it Ho-Oh from Pokemon.
I give it Ho-Oh from Pokemon, yeah.
I give it Ho from Pokemon. I give it Hoenn from Pokemon.
Nice.
The Hoenn
Okay.
region.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know which one that one is.
The Land of Horns.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much water in that one.
Too much
yes,
water.
yes. Famously, yes.
Famously.
Yes.
Water in the fire.
So, water in the fire. Why?
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 Fire
much
in
water.
fire in the water. Why?
Water in the fire. Why?
Water in the fire. Why?
Why?
She's so concerned and confused.
It's a beautiful.
It's quite endearing.
Yeah.
Corone is. I watched a little bit when I was finding the clip for that. it reminded me of like, oh yeah, I used to watch clips of this person. This is fun. I like this. This is kind of wholesome fun. This
It's
is
okay when you get to
she's
hang
all
out
right.
with them.
That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah,
I don't have
Merry
strong
Christmas.
investments in any VTubers in general, but you know what? She's all right.
Yeah, I don't have. I feel the time slipping away when I watch them, but I don't hate them or anything. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. If you liked what you heard, thank you so much for listening. And you can subscribe to us on Patreon. So it's patreon.com/youcan'tscareme. You can join for free. You do not have to pay any money. You can just join and you can get all of the perks. And it's cool. Donate if you want. You don't have to. I'm trying to upload more to YouTube. You may have noticed that I uploaded our first short. I'm going to be trying to make more of those in the future, as well as, maybe an animation or two here or there. So subscribe if you want to see more of those. We're also on Blue Sky at youcan'tscare.me. Youcan'tscare.me is our URL. And to close out, guess what, y'all?
What's that?
We can't do a Goodreads reads, unfortunately, because there's just not enough reviews. But I thought it would be fun as sort of like a little Christmas present if y'all wanted to read some bad 2-sentence horror with me.
Sure. Okay. Lay it on me.
If you wanted to, we could just have some fun.
Lay one on me.
So here you go. From our 2-sentence horror. Is this legal? I asked him. We will make it legal. The baby seller replied. Sorry, I'm going to be giggling at these. Okay, this one's for you, Mario.
Okay.
In the middle of the night, your dog stands on his hind legs and says, "Nobody will ever believe you." Then you see him grab a kitchen knife and run into your parents' room.
I mean, scary, I guess.
It's so scary. It's so R.L. Stein. Hello? An eye for an eye leaves the world blind. Eddie the Eye Eater thought as he began to feast. The victim was found with 108 Uno cards in his corpse. Then the coroner pulled one out. He heard a ticking sound and noticed the card was marked reverse.
Huh. Okay.
That second one was, yo dog, I will give a knife to your dog.
My little brother just came home from daycare. His internal organs did not come home with him. The Fall Out Boy concert was going great until boys started falling out of the sky. I didn't know where the muffled screams were coming from until I lifted bun of my burger. That's when I saw that the patty was actually meat men. For weeks, a strange smell in my house had gotten stronger and stronger. It wasn't until I found a secret trap door that I realized it was the smell of death.
Oh.
Okay. Well. I once met a devil named Dave and made a deal with him to always win any card game. But last night I kept losing to my mother. After seeing her eyes turn black, I excused myself to the toilet and summoned Dave, but he seemed as terrified as I was.
That's a long sentence.
That is yeah.
There was several run-ons. Yeah. A bad rainstorm came up in the deep woods. I was killed by a bolt of lightning while I slept.
That's very good. Now that's
how
very
could you
good.
do this? I screamed as I looked into the mirror, realizing what I've become.
Here's one. I'll make one. I'm going to do one live.
Okay.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I was struck by a bolt of lightning and died.
I was gonna go with here we go. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and then my head fell off.
That's good. I like that. Your insurance isn't covering the birth. If you don't have another way to pay, we have to put it back.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Interesting. Interesting.
Go find Daddy, my mother asked me. I pointed at the cooking pot. She went silent. I tried to untie her from the chair, blind and shaking. The rope was so strange, for it felt like warm, wet meat, and I couldn't find the end of it yet. I don't know about that one.
They're processing that one.
Oh boy, I sure do wish the creature doesn't snip my penis today. They say you die twice, your last breath, and the last time someone remembers you. I only wish I had stopped breathing first.
Wow, that's fucking cool, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, I think that's
That's good?
maybe I'll
You're
find
good?
a good one to end on.
Okay.
This mommy is still breathing, guys.
Okay, all right. Finally, I'm all alone, I said to myself as I sat in my bedroom at midnight. No, you're not, said Knife Guy. And by the way, your is Y-O-U-R.
Of course.
Anyway,
That's wonderful.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
That's wonderful.
Or you are would be good too.
And indeed, Merry Christmas, Knife Guy.
And a Merry Christmas, Knife Guy.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Knife Guy.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday Christmas.
Happy.
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 Very happy.
Happy. I hate tomatoes, I said to myself. Peering out the bus window, I realized we were approaching the tomato factory. I love that one so much.
How wonderful.
As they soaked my legs in salt water, I thought, this isn't a very effective way to torture someone, until they brought in the goat.
What? It's too beautiful to understand is the thing about it.
My boss, knowing I intended to kill him, blurted out, I know this is poisoned. I can smell the almonds. I regarded him with confusion as I pulled out a fucking gun.
Okay, that's good. That was good.
Yeah.
Our town's population sign says 1 million. That number is strictly maintained. Lame.
Lol.
Okay, this is the last one. I'm done after this. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
I took her to my penthouse. Then I freaked it.